anything but black on this bitch, and I got 2 black parents, but
yeah.
the white bitch can get away with some shit because she can make some collard
Hey, my
greens.
mama, nigga.
Wait, that's what
Talk
I'm
your
saying,
Okay,
shit.
hold
honey.
on.
That's what I'm saying.
So let's be clear, right? We already know dark skin is the archetype for what is black. Let's call it what it is. And also I feel like it is. Y'all can argue with your mama. I don't give a
Let's
fuck.
filter out
So
the
I
what's
fake
the
don't care
point
niggas.
what
of
you
acknowledging
saying.
monoracialness, if anything? What's the point of acknowledging that if that's the
Okay, but
case?
so I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. If a biracial is dark skinned, we give them pass, right?
Fuck that
No,
That's
we
all
shit.
I'm
Go
gonna say.
check
don't.
your
Is,
grandparents, nigga.
but
Bro,
No, we don't.
but,
no.
but
And for a
I give them. Well, I feel
No,
like
A
E2,
I
biracial is
feel
a
E2.
like I feel like
biracial.
E2. The reason
I
why
feel
I
like
even said the monoracial stuff is because you even trying to make that example goes against about how somebody can be light skinned, have 2 full black parents, and then you still give them niggas the blue too. So it's just like, what are you trying to say?
what you okay, but at the same time,
E2, I'm gonna warn you right now. You are dealing with some hostile, jealous people because between Hot Honey, Hotep, and Seven, we're talking about light-skinned black women who gets grilled all the time on their blackness, and
oh
they saw
God, I
Lolo
do.
come
Fuck
up
is you
here.
talking about?
They saw Lolo come up here and get
Oh no,
love,
don't compare me to that
support,
bitch. Stop.
in a safe space, and they jealous of that. Y'all want what Lolo
Jealous.
has. Y'all want what Lolo has, and it's sad.
Oh, Jay
It's
Mulholland, if you
it's
don't get the fuck
it's
out my face, I
it's
swear to God, I
unbecoming.
never come to another space again. I swear
It's
to God.
unbecoming. It's unbecoming.
Jay Mulholland, you got me so fucked up, nigga.
no.
I swear to
I
So
God.
just
just
want to
look.
clear. I was not here for no Lolo shit, so I don't even know what niggas was
Man, that
talking
It
boy
was a
had
Just
about.
white
look.
Lolo got
bitch.
Okay,
the
so
motherfucking
Let me
black.
just debrief you before you go. I just want to give a little debriefing about
Go,
what the fuck
honey
this
bun
nigga
soup.
talking about. So basically, Lolo is this white girl on Spaces, and she just loves black dick so much.
Black girl.
And she's not. She's 20% African. I guess she did a DNA test or whatever, swabbed her throat, and was like, "Yeah, I'm black, y'all." And nigga Jay Mulholland is oogling and googling over the shit now. Now he decided that's why this is said. This is what y'all thought this was actually a blacks only space. No. He had 2 white bitches up here trying to prove that them being 20% black made them black. And he had this bitch post a seafood plate. Where's Tommy Me at? Is Tommy Me still in here? It's okay. I'm gonna go to the comments and find it. Tommy Me posted the plate that the white bitch made. And Jay Mahala said, ooh, she eating you black bitches up. That's what he did. So that's the context. Jay Mahala was trolling the fuck out of all of us and is trying to convince us that this white bitch is more black than all the black women, and that's why we really mad.
That's what you're going up against right now, E2.
Jay, you trolled yourself into a corner, my guy.
Well, I never
Man,
seen
that
none of y'all play,
cornbread look about
so
dry as fuck. Them the
Exactly.
stringiest green beans
putting
I
the
done ever
jumbo, putting the
fucking
jumbo.
seen. Them look like Chick-fil-A nuggets on the second slide. So oopsie daisy. So yeah, man, be fucking for real, man.
Hey,
Wait, can
Daisy
hey,
you
the
reshare that?
crazy.
Because I
Hotel
don't
or
see
what's
it. I
that
don't see
7?
it.
Look, check out the
No matter
poll.
what, I'm not eating
They
no white
voted
bitch
Lolo
cooking. They
as
don't
the
wash
best
their
cook.
hands.
They voted her as
Wait,
the best.
hold on. Okay, we do got hands.
Oh my god,
Let
bro,
Hotep
this
go, and then
unfucking block me, bro.
nigga,
Hotel, check out
no,
the
no,
poll.
no, no, no,
E2
no.
is
We're not
finishing
doing
semester.
the truth soliciting unblocks. DM the bitch or add her. But you already
I
did this in
can't
another.
I can't DM her
Okay,
because
that's
I'm
fine. You
blocked.
already did this in another space. She said no, fuck nigga. So move on. We going with Hotep, and then truth, you had your hand up. Go. Please don't scare the
Let,
bad bitches, or you will get dropped.
let E2 land this plane
Oh yeah,
before we
and
I
go.
then
can't
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
stop
hear
all
you.
I
that
was gonna say let
DMing.
E2 finish.
mamas.
okay, so I'm gonna just say this. Um, they have always said that the light skinned woman is the poor man's white woman. You know, so it's
Is
kind of
that the real E2
it's kind of
shit?
they
What did he say?
that's they
Hold
He
probably.
on,
I
just
said
let
mean,
him
the
finish.
white.
Let him
He
finish. Let
said
him
the white
finish.
woman is the poor man's white woman. The what? The light skinned woman is a poor man's
no,
white woman.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
I
I've
because
never
am
heard that in my
crying.
life.
What the fuck?
no, because historically, because I'm actually we got to do a space about this.
The
The
level
the
of
Gentile
disrespect, man.
what is it? The Gentiles who were a biracial, the boule that separated themselves from the freedmen, the Negroes. Y'all know it's always been the distinction. You know what I'm saying? And we even see it with the sorority motherfucking girls. Like we see it in these churches and shit where the biracial class or light skin have always separated themselves from the Negroes. So what are we talking about here?
Bro, what the
Even
fuck?
Korea.
All right, so thank
Look
you.
it up the Gentiles.
Angela Davis,
The
I'm,
nigga.
I'm
Thank you.
Gentiles.
Angela
Thank you
Davis.
so much.
Great. The
So
Gentiles.
Angela Davis. That's
I
I'm gonna just
will
leave it
start
right
out
there.
by I
Angela
will
Davis.
start okay, leave it there. I will start out by saying that if the light skinned woman is the poor man's white woman, then E2 is the poorest man's woman.
Yep.
Um um
Damn.
but also like this notion that dark skinned people is the
Don't
archetype
do that.
for what black is, like I think it'd be so ironic when y'all try to say that blackness look like one thing one day, but then any other day like black people can make any type of person. Like y'all be the same motherfuckers that'll walk around saying that black people can have blonde hair and blue eyes and shit like that. Like these be the same niggas.
Nah, blue eyes
So
is
like
incest.
not okay, I don't know about that. But yeah, like y'all be the
Correction.
same group of people. Like I've heard people say that that black people can make any skin tone of person but then still accuse a lighter skinned black person of being biracial and shit like that. Like it really don't make no sense. Like I wish I would be consistent with y'all shit because like blackness has always came in hella different shades and shit like that. I know I got motherfucking four black grandparents. I don't know about you niggas and shit like that. And also this notion that people get a pass if they dark skinned and they biracial, that's not fucking true. We are in an era if not ever before, where we are questioning you down to your motherfucking nationality, down to who your great shit is. Like nigga, if you got one white ancestor, we looking at you sideways type shit. So we actually gotta stop this shit. And I think especially like at E2 you know this because you be in them circles where that type of shit be happening. Like
But he don't he not really a part of them circles though.
well, I mean, yeah, cause how he act, but you know, he be around when them conversations be happening and people get ran down on for being the smallest part white or the smallest part of a different race and shit like that.
That's a
Also,
fact.
I hope we not ever in life still going off of them motherfucking you spit in a tube and you send it to a lab and they tell you where the fuck your oldest ancestor is
Literally.
from. Like if you just even think about that shit, it really just don't even make no sense. But I get like y'all will do anything just like if it look official, like y'all down for anything. Like I don't understand how my spit could tell you where my oldest ancestor was from. Like I don't know how that works, especially look, I don't motherfucking know. There's no genetic marker for blackness. I don't know what you're pulling from the spit that's telling you like what area or what
It's
continent
your
I'm
DNA.
from. But what about it?
That
So
shit
like
fake, and they looking
you're
for Aryan
in your
DNA shit.
DNA.
I know it's a DNA test. I am aware of that. But from
It's
what
a
I've
simple
heard,
one. It's a very, very
from what
basic
I've
one.
heard over the past several years was that should be a motherfucking myth. You're not spitting in no motherfucking tube, and they're
Correct.
testing it. They're testing it how? Like what are
Nah, they
they pulling
laughing,
from?
bro.
What are they
It's just
pulling from the DNA
It's
that's
biased.
telling you
It's
exactly?
biochemistry.
Okay, but
it's
you're not
very
saying
They
basic
anything
taking
though.
though.
clones,
Certain
nigga.
No,
But
innocent
it's
you're
Hotep.
still
saying
not
it's
pulling from every
DNA, it's
single body on
biochemistry.
earth.
You're not. What's the process?
Yeah.
Fake chicken.
So I
Bro,
don't.
and it's
bro.
I'm not
still
a
not
It's the
biochemist, so
same
I
thing when it
really
comes down
don't
to
Okay,
these
so
know.
fucking tests.
nobody
But
knows
what
the
I
process.
do,
Yes,
but
So
what I
bro.
do
nobody
know
knows the
about it
process.
All I said was it's
No,
very simple.
but here's the thing though. The reason
It's
why
a very
Hotep is
simple
saying what she's
process.
saying is because even the science goes behind into it. All they're doing is just matching your DNA, whoever is most
With
relevant
somebody else's
within the
DNA
Yes.
system
to
there. And that's still
yours.
Yes.
not even
Oh
fucking
God.
proven. That's your
And it
That's
origin
might
why
not
I
rate.
ain't
even be
never
your
All
did
it's
DNA.
that
proving is that
shit.
a
Because
whole
guess
bunch of
what?
niggas
Yes.
over there is related to you. That's
No,
still
you
not
They
Yes.
can
proven.
taking
And
find
they
they
that
I'm
out
not
also
though.
doing that
they
shit
also
because
utilize
they
that
really
Political
taking
database
clout.
on
in
y'all
crime.
dumbass DNAs and they about to clone you motherfuckers. That's really what the fuck they doing. They taking your
Meanwhile,
DNA
you reading
and
some
they
paper
gonna
So
talking
use
if
about
that
you
shit
guys
relative.
and
Get
they
the
don't
fuck
gonna
out of
turn
know,
line.
all you motherfuckers
They
into
done clone
if
AI
honey.
you guys
motherfucking
don't know,
robots.
They done
Watch.
clone
if
honey.
if a facility
Bro,
has
you
a
niggas is
case,
so
a murder
easily
case
fooled.
that they haven't solved
They
in the
clone
last
Tyrone.
48 hours since the person got murdered,
It look
and
like
they
a
don't
clone
know
already.
who murdered the person, they will send whatever they have to a lab, and the lab that it is like one of those ancestry bullshit labs that you guys send your DNA to, and they'll see if like maybe somebody who sent their DNA to like find their ancestry also matches, whoever the fuck murdered this person.
So no. That's the
They do
second
that.
Who
They
avenue.
But
do
does
what
that,
that
do that
man?
shit.
You
have to do
motherfucking
with
hoes and
what do
goddamn
that
No,
have
that
to
does.
do with
literally
48 ancestors ago?
that
So
literally
what
don't
I'm
have nothing to
saying,
do with
what
that
I'm
because the
saying
first thing they try to
is
run is that if somebody's been in the system
so
first, they don't care about your ancestry. They want to see if somebody who killed your ass already done been in
right,
the system
exactly.
before.
So
That's
That's a
their
I'm
first
so
fact.
avenue
That's
I'm
with
a
their
adding
fact.
accusations.
on
They
to
don't care about your
her
bloodline.
point of like they're just
Who
collecting your
died and made
data.
y'all the
Do you get
experts
what
Big
on
I'm
this
Hawk,
you get
shit?
shut
what I'm
your
trying
bitch
to
ass
say?
up before I drop you.
God damn, why gotta be a bitch though?
Be quiet.
Hotness. Ain't no be
Be
quiet. You gotta answer
Well,
quiet.
you
that
It's other
answered
question.
people
to it. You
talking.
answered to it.
I'm
One
tired of
Y'all
this
one of
burnt
the
crazy.
dick
things that
ass
she
nigga.
was
Shut
saying
up.
was that like they're
Get the
just
fuck with me.
collecting your DNA. I think that's true because how the fuck am I sending my DNA and I'm thinking that I'm sending it to go get tested to see my ancestry, but in reality, they're holding it and God forbid I could get tied into a fucking murder because they said I was there, basically.
So you think they using the DNA for setups?
That's why you
No,
said
that's
sit on the
that's
floor.
proven. Like they've said that before. If there's a
I
murder
agree. I
that
think
hasn't
that's it. But yeah, but also like we talking about these white people who go out and get that little shit and they be like, yeah, it came
oh
back that
like
I'm
the
20. Like
3% African
yeah,
and
and
shit.
that was Lolo earlier. Oh yeah,
Like y'all all
I'm
African. That's the
Lolo
origin of
was like I'm
humanity.
20% African. I can make shrimp and grits,
My
and
thing
I'm black.
is that
And
it doesn't
because I
matter
grew
what
up in
the
the
fuck you
projects,
come
that
out.
makes me
Like
especially black. Ain't
I
that
don't
what she said, Jay
understand that shit.
Mulholland?
My thing
Ain't
is
she
that
said? Ain't she
if
said
I did
because she
that shit,
20% black and
but
grew
if
up in
I
the
did that
projects, she
shit
black?
and I'm 20% Irish, which I probably am because my mom is a ginger, but that's besides the point. Am I gonna start acting Irish? Like I don't resonate with
Any
their
black person
I
out of
don't
here.
resonate with their culture, and I didn't grow up like that. So why would I start resonating with a culture just because 20% of my DNA says that that's what the fuck I am? Like I'm
Because
confused.
Because it's in you.
Lolo was
Because it's in
raised in
you.
black culture,
What?
so it's
You
different.
about to
But
piss
Well,
me
like,
off?
but like,
Jay, can
No,
I'm
I
like
not
you
yo,
seeing
get
that
on my
play.
nerves.
yo,
You get on
Dang.
your
my
ginger, your
okay. And Jay
ginger
I'm not
Mulholland,
mother
seeing
Jay
that
definitely.
Mulholland,
play.
real quick.
Niggas
I
is
want you to clarify to the space what black culture is. The projects, ain't that what you said earlier? Make sure you clarify to the room what black culture
Oh,
is too. Yeah.
mm.
No, that's not what I said. You're trying to take things out of context because you're upset because Lolo outplayed you in the
You
space.
know what?
Uh, the poll is in the jump. The poll is in the jumbo, guys.
You're
She
talking about when
posted
she
her
gets a
plate.
tan? Is that what you're
She
talking about?
she posted. No. I'm not talking about the picture. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, she's clearly brown skinned. There.
I'm sorry, you're
When she
trolling.
sits in a tan. Well, you know what? Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. I just looked at something. Honey Pot and Lolo is the same
We
complexion.
are not. We are
When she
not.
sit
Don't piss me
when
off.
she sit
We
in the
are
sun for a
not.
couple minutes, y'all got the same skin
You know
tone.
what?
What
Get the fuck out my
the hell?
face. Get the fuck out my
That's
face.
crazy. And she walked y'all down in the plate off.
Hey Jay, I have a question for you
Get the fuck
actually,
out of
and
here.
it's kind of it's towards what how you said something about Lolo. So when you're saying that 20%, right? She did the
No,
DNA
yo, white
ancestry
girl be
test and shit
trying to
like
look
that.
like honey color.
My
It's not
question
actually
would
honey
be,
color.
why doesn't she just, even if she grew up in black culture, why doesn't she just say like, because she looks kind of similar, she could say white presenting? Because you get to a point where you have to realize it doesn't matter She who's in said your that. She said family. she's white What you passing. say can be very offensive to some, and people will take it the wrong way. there are different ways to say things to be more appropriate. And again, even if there's black in your family, like if you look like I look like my dad, so I say I'm white presenting. I don't say I'm Creole. I don't say I'm black. I just say
But you
white
are
presenting because
Creole,
it's what the
and you
fuck I
beautiful here.
look like. Period. That's it. That's just
But
the
he's
fucking
being
truth.
respectful.
But he
Yeah,
do
it's
say he
try. I'm
Creole.
trying. You
Like I
try to
don't
be
get it.
respectful, and
And
you
he
try
said
to
he
kind of
black.
do the right thing.
Y'all don't even be in no goddamn black spaces. What the fuck y'all
Yeah,
So
we
talking
I'm,
about?
leave.
I'm
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think just having 20% of quote unquote black or African DNA or whatever is enough to say that you're black, because we all know that like black as a race is not just like these phenotypical markers or whatever. It's also, like who your parents are. Are your parents black?
Good question.
Like, do you come from black stock or some shit like that, or have you? I forget. Brother L, that nigga Brother L, he made like a three-pronged like um system for like to not calculate blackness, but like just to kind of define it. It was like phenotype, uh lineage and
Yep.
Hmm.
culture or something like that. And like, so I think with all of those going into what blackness is, because it look like it is just a social construct. You having 20% of black ancestry does not mean you're motherfucking black at all. Like, like that's 1/5 of your whole. So you don't even have a whole black parent. Like, what part of you is black if you talking about you 20% African? Like, where does that even come from? You don't know what ancestor that came from. You don't know that black person in your fucking family if you're 20% black. You don't know you don't have a black direct, well, I won't say you don't have a black direct ancestor, but you don't know them people who is
Yes,
black
and not for nothing, the
if you're
people that
20% black.
bring out percentages are always the people that cosplay it. And I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. I don't care. It's always the people that cosplay it. If you have to bring out a percentage, like not for nothing, it's because you're trying to prove to the community, whatever community you're trying to prove it to, that you're one of them. And honestly, it doesn't matter the color of your skin. If you don't fake it, black people are very welcoming, much like Hispanic people. Like they don't give a fuck about your color. They don't give a fuck if you're Mexican. They don't give a fuck if you're Honduran or wherever the fuck you're from. They literally don't care. If you make them feel comfortable, they will be around you. So if you have to sit here and be like, well, guys, 20%, like shut the fuck up.
Every woman up here on this panel, every biological woman up here on this panel has been checked multiple times to see if they're black. They've had their black cards in question. They are jealous, bruh. It comes from a place
What
of
the fuck
jealousy.
are you talking
Hold on.
about?
Mute up, mute up, mute up, mute up.
I want to beat your
What
ass.
happens? Mute up, mute up. I'll let y'all talk.
Yeah, all right.
Let me tell these folks what's happening. Y'all get checked. Prettiest, hot honey, Hotep 7. Those are the only biological women on this panel. Y'all get checked for y'all blackness every time y'all come into a new space with new people that don't know y'all. And what we saw today was Lolo get a ton of love from everyone except for light skinned black women such as yourselves and dark skinned black women. The men showed her mad love. She won the poll for most realist and for the best plate. And that's what's bubbling underneath the surface. I'm sorry. Seven, you can speak, but there's nothing you're going to say that's going to change my mind because it's coming from a place of jealousy. Hotep, same thing. Curly Rican, same thing.
Y'all,
What
he
Oh
is
y'all are
God.
saying?
trolling the fuck out of y'all. Don't
What y'all are
listen.
saying?
He trolling.
What
He
y'all are saying? No,
trolling.
no, no.
He
It's no
trolling
troll.
because I haven't said not one thing about
No,
Lolo.
no, 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 no. Because you can't say anything about Lolo. And
I
here's the
haven't
thing:
said
when you
shit
guys,
about that girl.
and here's the thing: when you try to, it's not going to be genuine. It's like asking Kendrick Lamar to give his honest opinion on Drake's album,
But the
right?
thing is
That's
that it's
never
like,
going to happen. Hotep, Honey, and Seven is never going to give Lolo her real props because she was.
Hotep barely even know what was going on with Lolo. I had to run that shit down. Even Seven didn't know. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but based on their
Yeah, you talking
commentary,
about nothing.
no, no, no. But based on your commentary that this don't make you black, or 20% don't make you black, this, that,
But
and the
it
third.
don't
That's
make
some
you
hated.
black.
That's some hated shit,
It's
bro.
it's
That's some
not that
hated
it
shit.
doesn't make you black. It's just the fact that you have to explain it. Usually the people that explain it like that in percentages, not by parents, because I have to explain it too, but I have to explain it by my parents. She's explaining it by percentages. Like the only people that I know that do that are people that don't fit in with the community they're trying to get into. That's all I said. I didn't say she wasn't black.
Okay, we're gonna get back to the hands. Honey and Prettiest Rican, they are running the space. And listen, these two, they're not nice like Jay Mahala. They're not gonna give y'all chance after chance. Y'all gonna get cussed out and dropped. Listen to what these ladies are saying
Now
every
that's
once
a
a week,
fact, especially you, Truth.
and keep y'all submissions to 2 minutes or less. Go ahead, 7 SVJ Ernesto Truth.
All
Watch your motherfucking mouth.
7
And
SVJ Ernesto Truth.
yeah, all these
this
hoes
is
gonna get the
why
fuck out my way
we're
and
Be
at
shut the
the
fuck up and
quiet.
listen.
She's
Watch
Go
this.
ahead,
hold on,
Watch
talking.
Seven.
hold
Go
this.
on.
ahead,
Watch
Seven.
this. Watch
This
this.
Go
is
ahead,
Watch
why
this.
Seven.
we're
Watch
at the
this.
we're at the make or break right now, bro. We need to go ahead, figure out who about to be the Harriet, and just start getting y'all niggas at this point. Cause I'm sick and tired of it, respectfully. Like we just need to go ahead and figure out who not about to be a part of it, like, cause like I'm just first of all, did she even specify what region of Africa that she was from, or did she just generalize it per usual? Did we even hear a specific region? Did we hear whether she was from South Africa? Shout out to Elon for the app. Did we hear anything of West? Like, what did she even say where she was at?
Her
No.
ancestry what the hell?
Fuck
You asked the
Elon, nigga out
question.
the
Let me
marriage
answer.
now.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. My bad. Apologies.
Her ancestry says 17% West African.
Still didn't even specify no country. Just gay West Africa though, right? Okay, I give her that. I guess. I
West.
guess. Like that's what I'm saying. That's still so general. That's why I was even saying like, could we even get a general of the general? Like But I guess. But yeah, y'all niggas is just getting so crazy. And
I
the
digress.
irony of it is that the funny thing is that me, Hotep, Honey, and Pretty, like, nigga, we was the one bringing the dishes to the cookout. Like, the thing is that Shorty gonna have to fight her way to even get the goddamn paper plate. That's gonna be the irony of it all. Like, I ain't even about to just try to be on that weird shit, but respectfully though, like, we already there, bro. We are the respected women in the community that we can bring the dishes to, right? We ain't worried about no shriveled up string beans and shit like that. Like, respectfully, we gonna be the ones that's bringing some real. That's what I'm saying. We ain't gonna bring you no Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. We ain't gonna bring you no none of that. It's about to be real deal over here. So yeah, y'all, like I said, just let me know when y'all niggas ready to get got. I'll go ahead round everything up. I love America, but yeah.
SVJ.
All right, I was like to say, look at the jumbotron. That's me. I'm a light skin as well, and I was like to say that I'm glad to see my own people up on the panel.
Weren't you talking to a
Um,
tranny?
Nigga,
and
what?
being light skinned, there's nothing wrong with it. And I think they are jealous because look at Honey.
Bitch. This is not that space. I don't know what the fuck you on right now. This not no light skin like hoopla, kumbaya. Oh yeah, we not doing that shit. I don't give a fuck about being light skinned, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Talk about I'm my people. Nigga, what? Move on. No, SVJ, I don't know what the fuck you talking about right now, nigga. Wrap it up. You got 2 seconds. 2 seconds. This is not a light skin like gathering. This is not that at all. We were just talking about a white bitch. That's all it was about. It wasn't
No,
light. It was
Ernesto.
no.
No, 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 Ernesto. It wasn't a
Oh
tranny.
no, he
Okay, I was
wasn't
gonna
about to
say,
gather us. He's about to
wrapping
shit
up.
on us.
Okay, wrapping up quickly. We all have good features. We're beautiful. Be proud of it. That's it.
Oh, you want to finish it up talking about how we jealous?
Jump in here, Ernesto.
That guy
Mm-mm-mm.
sounds slow as fuck. Okay, so Jay, I just want to talk to you personally because yesterday you called me a bad person. Okay. And what you did
Oh
today
my
to
god.
Lolo, you set that girl up on a platter, no
He
pun intended,
did a dummy
because
mission.
she sent you those plates beforehand. You are a mastermind. I may be an asshole. Yes, I say all kinds of wild shit about fat people and sex workers, blah, 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 blah. Lola went private, blocked half the space, no longer is going to associate with black people. She is going to be in MAGA spaces by tomorrow. and she is going to turn into a full-fledged white supremacist because of what happened today. I hope you understand that you cannot call me a bad person after today because you set that
Wait, what did
girl
she
up.
do?
That plate that I just saw, I've been in and out of this space probably for, well, actually, I've been out of this space for a while, but earlier I was catching a lot of it. I did not know, and I did not see this. I don't know if she called this soul food platter. I don't know what the fuck that shit is, but this is nasty work. This is your. I'll tell you this. This is a masterpiece you created, but this is man. This is low even for you, okay, and maybe even high too, because that was a bravo for that. But you cannot call me a bad person after today.
Lolo is well protected. She's good in high spirits. She'll be back in my space tomorrow, which is whites only. We'll talk about
What?
we'll talk about what it constitutes to be a white person. So,
So
thank
she
you.
could go into both faces.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, well, y'all can come in. Y'all can come into the space as well, but it doesn't mean you're white. So
Oh,
I
I
better
don't
see
mean I
so
don't
Sean
mind
then.
being a
so we're
white
saying the
Actually,
supremacist.
same thing for logo.
actually,
Case closed.
actually, my grandpa was like 40% Sicilian, so I'll be here, nigga. I'm white too, bitch.
that's not how that works. You're not white.
No, no, no. You let that bitch get up here with that soul food plate, nigga. I'm coming in here with my lasagna tomorrow.
You
Fuck
know
is you
what? Now
talking
that I'm
about?
thinking about it, honey, I think I do got a grandma that might be like slick Italian on the
Oh
low.
God, I swear to
Like
God.
that's
What the
spicy
fuck?
white. I ain't even got the bland shit. I'm up here bringing
Let me go
flavor.
find me a green bean casserole recipe and show y'all niggas something. Fuck is you talking about? Since we talk
I'll
about white
hand out as
only,
many
nigga.
passes as
Y'all
necessary.
let bitches get passes, nigga. I'm getting a white pass tomorrow. Nigga, I'm check.
I'll hand them
Yo,
all out. It's
I'm
fine.
going to be I'm going to be
I'm gonna
honest with
take
you.
it.
I like
That's
I,
fucked up. TT probably the only one that's black out of you motherfuckers.
I like Hotep. I think she's smart. I think she's beautiful. Her submission about DNA testing was some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in the history of mankind, not just Islam.
What?
That was so stupid. I can't
You
believe
trying
she
to
said
trigger her right now? You trying to
no.
trigger her? Don't
That
fall
was
for it, Hotep. He trying to trigger
no.
you.
She said you swap my DNA and you can tell my ancestry. Yeah. The fuck? Y'all let her get away with that because she's
No,
pretty.
y'all
She's pretty.
wasn't really trying
What's
to
up?
dissect what she was saying, because that's even why I said that that shit is not accurate. All it's telling you
That's
is
pretty
that
privilege.
no,
That's
no, no, no,
pretty
no. It's
privilege.
not pretty privilege. It's that y'all niggas might have like dumb privilege. Maybe y'all got privilege for being so dumb in this world that niggas is just like, oh, push you, no child left behind, right? But like, no, respectfully, all that shit is telling you is that based off of other motherfuckers who submitted DNA, it just seemed like a lot of y'all are related right here. It still doesn't even specify. That's what I'm saying. It don't even tell you within West Africa what specific country. Ain't it supposed to tell you that within the goddamn screenshot? It's supposed to tell you out of the specific country, even within the region, because it's only a fucking region, right? There's countries within regions. So even with that, like, come on, bro. We gotta be for real. Like, that shit is not accurate. All it tells you is that other people have been found to have similar DNA like you, and that's still not even arguing a origin point. All it's saying is that maybe start here, but that's not even your beginning.
SVJ, you put pictures in the jumbotron, and the only motherfucker in here checking that is E2. So you're performing for an audience of one. Once again, uh, you are the most DL man in the history of spaces. We've
Why are
never
you
seen
showing his
you do so.
nails?
Well, it's
No, I was gonna.
he's putting on the show for E2. He is the most DL man
I
in the
mean,
history of spaces.
No, Jay, it's 2026. They're called trade now.
No, I was gonna
Why do you
say,
know
what
that?
is the tea? I want to know the
I'm
tea for
woke.
Lola. What happened? What was that tea?
Why are you saying the word T
because
as a
that's
straight
not
man?
what woke means. I can't stand how
He
y'all just.
auditioning for E2.
Exactly. Clock that T, Adonis.
Clock it.
Hell no. I'm talking about British tea. This is real tea. So I want
A
to know
lot of
what is the
estrogen in this
tea.
speakers.
Yeah, we should be calling it
Mm,
coffee because we're in America.
Oh, so
hmm.
because I'm light skinned, we got more
LOL.
estrogen. That's what it is.
That's what it
You
means.
guys are
That's
hating,
what it
hating
is.
again.
I
Aw,
love this
shit.
accent.
You like that accent?
You know,
He's
being gay doesn't automatically make you light skinned, right? You're just gay.
Well, you too not light skin.
what? I've seen all types of gays.
I can't believe he just pulled
Well,
that shit.
I do
You
feel
feel like
like
you
that.
light skin? You feel like you
Never
light
mind.
skin, you too? Okay.
No. What are
That's
you
some
talking about?
bullshit.
Well, I do feel like that.
E2,
Lighter skin being
E2,
are more prone to be.
E2,
What?
E2. All you do is order DoorDash. You're not a better cook than Lolo,
Ew.
and so if you're not a better cook than Lolo,
Too much on
be
DoorDash.
quiet.
Who the
Be
fuck
quiet.
said ill like that?
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with no DoorDash.
What are you all talking about?
I bet her shit tastes like cafeteria food.
Dude, no, it's not even the food thing. It's like being like that financially reckless.
You would know all about that, wouldn't you?
Oh, they got beef.
Hold on,
Biracials.
y'all. I gotta grab a lighter.
But now, who turn it is? This is my turn.
Yeah, go ahead. Get your
Somebody gotta
submission,
wake
bro.
it up.
Okay, so I want to say this right. I feel like that is kind of one of those things where I feel like that is jealousy, kind of, because a lot of light skinned people um have to be that, and I'm be honest with you. I feel like that's the reason why Hotep is kind of like this radical light skinned woman because she has to prove that her blackness, kind of. That's why
What
a lot of
the
light skinned women have to.
Y'all kill me
Nah,
when
you
y'all
gotta
They have
say
to.
fight him
They
this
now.
shit
Y'all gotta have a
every
slap off.
time, bro.
oh,
Hotep, is you there? Cause
that's
I
why
can
she
I can
left.
say this.
I
No, she's
mean, I
not.
feel
No,
like
no,
it's
I'm seeing
both
no,
No, bro.
ends. As somebody who's like
no.
both communities, I have to prove my Spanishness too. They think I'm a fucking they think I'm not even gonna tell you what they think, but yeah, I have to prove
Nah,
that to that community.
they
Wait,
think
I'm
so
you
do
not
they
gonna
still
single?
call
lie.
you
No,
a
no, 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 no,
gringo?
no.
No,
If
but
like
No, they call
no, but no,
me
hold on, no,
I'm
but
they
gonna
call me the
oh, let
N-word.
me.
Okay.
It's them racist Hispanics, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, and Lolo is accepted. Let E2 continue. We'll go E2 7, then
Accepted by
Nicole.
you.
E2 7, then Nicole.
She's Hispanic.
Lolo's ancestry was 17% West African, I think. What was it? 14% South American? I don't know. I really don't remember the chart. But go ahead, E2.
No, I do feel like that a lot of them have to overcompensate for their light skin or loose texture hair or like being confused with like being biracial. So a lot of them are like this pro-black, blackity black, this and everything. Whereas with dark skinned people, we don't really have to. We could just show up. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really have to explain our blackness because it's like right there. That's why, and you see this in Dear White People, where the most overly pro-black like person, it was the light skinned woman who was like the biracial, right, or like the loose texture hair. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I do kind of understand because a lot of people presume, being history shows us that a lot of light skinned people separated from the black community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them didn't want to they wanted to integrate into the larger white society. And at 7, we can go back to history because a lot of people, we saw this in sororities, we saw this in churches, we saw this in a lot of, even with the Creoles that y'all love to bring up. You know what I'm saying? A white passing. It was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just and then get this. Y'all just now started to claim that y'all really black or walked in it. Like when Black Lives Matter came around, because when we was growing up, a lot of y'all would claim like, "Oh, I'm Cherokee, I'm this and that, my mama white," and then y'all would say black very last. So stop it. Like like
Wait,
this is
what?
a all
You heard no shit like that.
yeah, girl, y'all knew y'all
Who
was doing it.
is
Can
black?
I
Y'all
say
just acting
Pause.
something?
brand new.
Who doing
Now,
no,
this?
E2.
everybody now, hold on. Not no, but you know I find so funny now, Jay Mahala. Now everybody want to be a nigga.
Oh my god.
Everybody want to be a nigga right now. Like just
Oh,
like
I'm
I'm not.
Because they
sorry.
want
Well,
to be
my
Everybody,
black
niggers.
you know,
ass
so
ain't had
funny.
no choice,
No,
so I don't
everybody.
know.
Nah, they ain't
Mm-mm.
Not,
And
not
you
you
know
know,
what?
you know what I'm saying. Now, Jay Mahula, I'm gonna land with this. Everybody want to be in the field now.
Mind
They don't
you,
want to be in
both
the
Good
of
house
my
no
night.
more.
parents is
Like, girl,
brown
please,
Good
skinned
night.
motherfucking
child,
people. Like,
girl,
yeah,
please.
neither
Girl,
one of
shut
my parents is
up.
even
Yeah.
remotely light skinned. So what the fuck is you talking about?
E2 is cooking. Great submission, and um, I
Oh,
couldn't
you
agree
such a
more.
op. Like you
But
a op.
but but E2, I have not forgotten the things you said earlier in the space towards me and DA and the others. That was some of the most anti-black shit I ever heard. You were basically saying that me and DA needed to hang from trees because we was giving props to Lolo and accepting her racial identity. You are still a problematic person, but you know, a broke clock is right twice a day, as they say. Seven, and then Nicole. Then we'll go happy and chilled and ghost.
You finna fucking scream, bro.
The
Oh my
thing
god.
about it though, E2, cause I know the history, but we always talk about how them were the minorities. Not everybody had the money enough to be bourgeois and boule, right? And mind you, if that was the
Thank
case,
you.
then we wouldn't even have motherfuckers like Rosa Parks ass being able to have a goddamn highlight moment. Cause how the fuck did your monoracial light skinned ass be the movement of a goddamn civil rights act, right? Thought you wasn't around, right? So that even goes into a whole nother point that the funny thing is that if y'all would really turn on your ears and turn off that colorism shit, because that's what I'm gonna say, right? If y'all would turn that ear off and turn on your real ear, I'm not saying nothing different that a dark-skinned woman would be saying in the community like any other right principled person. But for some reason, when I say this shit, now all of a sudden I gotta be militant. Last time I checked, I thought I just sound like the next black woman that's around me, like I was raised, because that's what the fuck I am, right? So that's the problem that comes in for
Nah,
me
you
is
a
that,
high
if
yellow
anything,
heifer.
I would argue y'all niggas highlight us too much for saying the shit that everybody else is fucking saying. That's the problem that comes into play, is that we all saying the same shit, but because I'm the light skinned Negro saying it, now all of a sudden I gotta be all militant. I gotta be the one that's going extra hard in the paint when nigga we all saying the same shit. So that's
And
my
you
problem
know
that comes
what,
into play.
E2, you know what my problem with you is, E2? You've been coming at me for being high yellow for a very long time. I'm not even high yellow for real. I'm just a red bone. But you always got something to say about me being light skinned, nigga. And I don't even say nothing about me being my shade. It be you motherfuckers on this app trying to call me
Wake it up.
racially. Y'all be calling me racially ambiguous and some more shit. I don't ever claim to be mixed or anything else. I've never done that at any point in my life. Actually, it's always other black people who are like, well, what are you? I'm black. Well, like, what, you know what I mean? Like, what are you? Like, what
Exactly.
you got in you? I got black in me. But you not like, you look Moroccan, or you look like you Hispanic or something. That be y'all. I
Yes.
never came in this bitch talking about I'm Italian or white or Hispanic, Puerto Rican or some more shit. I was never one of them bitches running around middle school talking about, well, I got Cherokee in my family. Like, was it women in my family that did that? Sure. What black family don't do that ignorant ass shit? But I did it because I ain't had no proof. So I was like, y'all talking about we Indian, bitch. I ain't seen Native American. I ain't seen none of that shit. The fuck, I ain't about to go around and lie and be like, oh yeah, we Native American, bitch. I don't know nothing about that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not Native American shit. I'm black. So I don't know. What
E2,
are you talking
E2.
about?
Honeybee,
Hold
you
on, E2. We're gonna go to Nicole, but E2, you really struck a nerve with this because another component of this we haven't even spoke on. It's a lot of these light skinned and biracial black girls. They deep dive in a swimming pool full of black dick to cement their blackness. So they're basically doing what Lolo does. They said Lolo
Jay
was trying
Mahalik,
to
I'm about to
use
block you.
her sex. They said Lolo was trying to use her sexual history with black men to push her blackness, but a lot of light skinned black women do the same. E2, you need to wake that up in your next submission. But go ahead on, Nicole.
He's setting you up.
I thought
He's
we
setting
said
you
there's a
up.
difference
Don't do it.
between being mixed and being light skinned. There's a difference between being monoracial light skinned and being actually
Exactly.
race.
Like
Like,
what? That is
come
a
on, fam.
huge difference.
But you do give it up like, oh, I'm just, I'm just, I'm
I don't
just,
ever say
Right.
I'm half
you know,
shit, nigga. What are you?
it's
When
just, girl,
have
you do
I
give it
ever
up
said
like that,
I'm
girl. You do
mixed,
give
E2?
it up,
I've never said that.
a
You've never
girl.
heard me say
Okay, so
that.
you,
Y'all be like, bitch, you Moroccan.
Honeybee,
You not, y'all call me everything but a child of God on this bitch. I don't, y'all be the ones telling me my ethnicity. I come in here and I
uh,
say I'm black.
Honeybee, it do be the undertones, girl. It be the undertones. Oh, I'm just saying, I'm just
What the
like
fuck?
y'all get, like
You
you do
making
give it
shit
up.
up. I ain't never said I'm anything but black, nigga. What the fuck?
I just want him to clock my T. That's what I'm waiting on.
Go ahead, Nicole.
Yeah, shit. I done forgot the goddamn subject. They over there talking that
I said
crazy shit.
Nicole.
Nicole?
Oh, so I thought you said
No,
okay. My bad. Go
I
ahead.
think she stepped away. Go ahead, Ghost, and then Big Hawk.
No, I'm right here. I'm right here. Like the thing is like this. I'm not getting in my feelings about none of this. First of all, second of all, like this is the agenda. I would like to let y'all know that the fuck. What are we ankle biting for? Who's what? This color, this whatever. The whole world is black. Like the whole world is black. The humanity is melanated. And if you understand what melanated means, like we definitely nourish the fucking world. That's why they come for us so hard. Because they already know what it is. The agenda,
Okay,
the
but we drawing
agenda,
a
the
line in the sand
agenda
in here.
is for us to divide. So therefore, like they are over here talking about, oh, this color, this the color, that color, this shade of what you are as a black person. Bitch, we have all the shades. We are the spectrum of the shades of blackness, of realness. What are you fucking talking about? Like, I don't want to get
But
up.
shit,
I don't want to get upset.
some of y'all niggas ain't worth y'all
I'm going to
blackness.
conquer. I'm going to conquer my emotions right now
That's right. That's
because
right.
I've seen these things going on all the time, and I will encourage all of us to know that fuck what the society said. Fuck that. Know yourself and stop trying to take the next melanated person down.
Hey, you a tether, ain't? I know you from the Caribbean. You sound
Bitch,
like
fuck you.
you sound.
Like,
Okay.
I
That
I
my
also want to. Can I point something out real quick? I do want to say something too. I just had an epiphany. I just really had an epiphany. I just noticed something. Every point in my life, and especially in my adult years specifically, where my characteristics have been called out, and it's like, oh, that's because you light skin, or oh, you light skin, light skin, light skin. Anytime my characteristics or something about me has been called out for being light skin, quote unquote, or whatever, that I don't even acknowledge, it's always by a brown or dark skinned man. I'm just noticing. I'm just noticing why are dark skin and brown skin men specifically always trying to like put these undertones on light skinned women as if to like it's like I don't understand the microscope of it to where it's just like, and I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, but I'm just saying as a black woman who is considered lighter toned, I don't understand why you niggas make my skin tone the forefront of any discussion. Like, I don't view myself as anything but a black woman. However, when it comes to conversations with a certain different demographic of men within the black community, Y'all make it a discussion because I don't really have other light skinned men to say the comments to me. It's always dark skinned or brown skinned men who make my skin tone a topic of conversation. That's weird to me, and it's always been weird. I even had a nigga who was a therapist do that to me in family therapy, and the nigga was like, "Oh yeah, well, Britney is light skinned. That's that light skin shit. That's that high yellow shit. Like, what, nigga? You are a therapist. You're a licensed therapist. Why are you talking about my skin tone? Dark skinned black man." So I'm just pointing that out as like something I've just observed over the years.
Well,
I respect your
if you
observation
notice,
because I was
the
already
only motherfuckers who is doing that when they do that is
nah.
only
I
time
was
they
already
do that
speaking.
type of shit
So
is
why
when they have a
yo
problem.
host like
Hold the fuck up. Can I give my?
why
Can I just
conversation
say
get
what the
cut down?
fuck it is?
I ain't talking about y'all. Fuck y'all.
Okay, you a
Host,
tether. You
like,
are
why
a
did
tether.
my
You're not
observation
even
in
black,
my
nigga. You not
actual
even
factual,
black. Like, what the fuck is you talking
like,
about?
what is that about?
You're
Okay, so my white girl want to come back up here, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe.
Oh, you can't drive me. I'ma go.
Oh,
Get
what's
her my
wrong?
co-host.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the
Oh,
issue?
oh no, because I'm gonna just go to the regular speakers. I don't like being a co-host because I just wanna bang. I like being a jam pop.
Oh, okay, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but listen, I don't know if you are in a, I don't know if you're like tanning or something, honey pot, but
Why do you keep calling it
I,
tanning?
so I think so what? Hold on, let me just respond to what you said. One, I think men who mention your skin tone are gay. Like that's like something other women and gay men do. Like they try to decipher and tell a woman what her skin tone and hair color really is. Like niggas don't care about that. If a nigga speaking on your skin, he trying to fuck. That's the only thing he really care about. Only gay men is politicking and trying to debate somebody and tell them what their real skin tone is and all that shit. We don't care. Straight men don't care. But then I'll say this. I feel like you're kind of like my brother who is brown skinned, but growing up we all refer to him as light skinned because he was just lighter than our dark asses. We was all black as hell. He was brown, so we just called him light skinned. But as we got older, we realized, wait a minute, he's brown skinned. He's one of us, and I think that happens way too much in the black community.
And I'm
Brown
telling
skin
you, it
people
was
getting
quite the
called light.
reverse for me. Like it was very much the reverse. I grew up being like, no, I'm not light skinned. I'm caramel. I'm not light skinned. I'm brown. And everybody was like, you're light skinned as fuck. My parents never corrected me or never. Actually, skin tone was never a conversation in our household. Let's start there. Like me and all my siblings are different skin tones. I got a dark skin brother, brown skin brother, super high yellow. Like it was never really a conversation. Skin tone wasn't a conversation until I got around other niggas in the real world, and then it was just like, "Oh, you light skin, you light skin." I'm like, "What?" Like, I'm caramel, if anything. Like, I never really looked at my skin as like a topic of conversation, but like you niggas made me look at it and put it under a microscope. Not y'all particular in here, but I'm just saying like the
Gay
black community, and be
gay
like,
black
no,
men
girl,
and other
you
women.
light skin. Like, even like homegirls, it's like, no, you're light skin, you light skin. It would even be casual conversations, and it's be like, oh yeah, like they did that because you light skin. It's like, what? Like, what you mean? So it's like a kind of reality check for myself as well. Cause I never viewed like my home, my family, like my core community, we never made that a thing. But the outside world, like other black people, that is definitely a thing amongst y'all families. I don't know if it's because all of y'all families just be one skin tone or whatever. My family is very mixed in skin tone. Like everybody is a different skin tone. So I don't
All right.
know.
Big Hawk and then Happy and Chill. Honey Pot. I'm bringing back up a White Queen. So
yeah.
Don't yes,
I want
bring
to
your
say
white
two
queen back
things.
up. Bring Othelia back up. Or Lolo. Who is that
I
coming back up?
I want to say two things, right? First of all, old girl a tether, and then dudes mentioning that, yeah, they be them dark skinned dudes, but that's that colorist shit. They don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think that that should even come up in a lot of conversations because we got light skinned motherfuckers everywhere in our families. Some of them niggas even got white folks, but some of them niggas that do that, they'll fuck a white woman though, but they'll call out your light skinness, you know what I'm saying, which is a little bit weird. But that ain't even something you should even huff and puff about. I don't even know why you even let that get underneath your skin. And old girl, with that tether shit, everyone's a human race, and I guarantee you, she fuck white men. That's that African shit. The reason why she want to say that is because she's more accepting of white folks than she is of Black Americans.
Go ahead, Happy and Chill.
All right, so like I'm high as fuck, and I'm also sick of this conversation, and like I really also kind of forgot my original point, but still got my point. I do think it's impressive how E2 has somehow like come like all the way to the cream of the crop of like the smartest people on Twitter Spaces when like first of all that's crazy, but like the main point that like he made, and I think this is probably where him and I disagree, but like where a lot of like general discourse on like the concept of like modern blackness and blackness as an identity and diaspora stuff, specifically the reason that the George Floyd stuff is like this pressure point in addition to like Trump, right? A lot of people try to make like the term new blacks as like a derogatory, which like I understand, like people learning that they were like a person of color, like really learning that they're a person of color like 7 8 years ago is kind of like intolerable. I will tell you, as a mixed race black man, dealing with those people also is kind of insufferable because I'm like, dude, I've been dealing with this longer. The point is like as you see, we got a 300-pound twink in the space. We got light skins. We got FBAs. We got tethers. We got
Wait, who
Creole
the
Cajuns. We
300
the
pound
point I'm
twink?
trying to get at. Please. We all have different experiences. We all have different definitions of blackness. But the main thing that I think everyone needs to understand that E2 kind of got to is that George Floyd thing and the subsequent protests. That was literally how every black person around the world, whether they were 17% black, whether they were 102% black, whether they were in Africa, whether they were in Chicago, New York, or whatever, they realized, oh shit, yeah, I'm fucking black. Like that can fucking happen to me. Like, I think the reason
The
that like a
fact
lot
that
of
it
people on
took
here
that
are
to
like
make you realize you was
antisocial.
black is crazy.
Well, no, I mean once again, I'm not saying it was me.
That
I'm
proves
saying there's
that
this
they
whole
wasn't
contingent of
black.
people
Now
who saw like Trump win and saw the George Floyd shit, and that's like when they realize they're a minority. Like it is. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying that is a very real thing.
He's right. The same shit happened with the ICE people. Like whatever is happening with ICE and the Hispanics. The Hispanics are realizing that it really doesn't matter that you're
They stopped that
lighter.
racist shit.
they
Yeah.
Yeah, it
been knew
doesn't
that
matter
shit.
that you're a lighter
They just
skin
racist
tone.
and anti-black. That's all the fuck. They been
Well,
knew
well,
that shit. They
the
knew
point
that
I'm trying
shit.
to get at, like in short, I should have started from the beginning, is like really like the only main common thing that like all of the black diaspora and black experiences across like all of them, including spaces, is specifically what I'm getting at, is the George Floyd stuff. The beauty of these spaces really is the diversity.
BLM
Obviously,
started
then we
before
have
him,
like 6 hour long
FYI.
arguments about this. Uh,
Is it my turn? I think it's my turn. Okay, so I want to say this. This is why white people hate George Floyd
What?
because he. No, listen. Hold on. Because George Floyd was a tipping point that unveiled everybody's glasses. Like everybody, like what Happy was sitting up there saying. Because before then, a lot of people weren't as race conscious as they are now.
Are
You
you
know what I'm
speaking
saying?
for white people now?
That's why.
Isn't that
They
funny?
Well, you
still
speak
not
for,
race conscious, nigga. They voted for Trump. Dumb motherfucker.
but no, I'm saying no. I'm saying okay. Hold on. But as I was sitting up there saying, I feel like a lot of people fail to realize, just like what Honey Bee fails to realize, is history is also a thing, right? If you are a part of the lineage, right? Y'all because I remember my mom sat me down and watched Queen. Now, if y'all are familiar with Queen, shut up, whore. If y'all are familiar with Queen, right? Queen is a light skinned woman that could pass for white, and she was adapted by Halle Berry, And it was just this whole thing of how the mulatto class were trying so hard to assimilate, and a lot of them hated the fact that they came from Negro blood, and it was the thing of, oh, I was almost white. You know what I'm saying? So it's always funny to me when I see a light skinned woman or like a light skinned person just like, oh, I'm just so pro blackity black this and then everything. When into what's in seven, I hate that you brought up Rosa Parks because that falls to my point. The whole point of Rosa Parks even being highlighted over Claudette Colvin was because how she looked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like it wasn't no, but like let me tell you something. White people purposely chose certain historical icons, so one could say whitewash our history because there were a lot of um how do I say, there were a lot of monoracial black people that were worthy, but white people wanted to. They wanted them to have a certain look. That's why they chose who they chose. It highlighted who they highlighted. So I land there.
Go ahead, Hotel.
So, I how do I want to start? So I think that certain types of people have a certain type of experience with their blackness, and it may or may not have to do with the tone of their skin. But like for me, for example, as a light skinned woman, I grew up in, a good ass situation, always had, never wanted for nothing. So like and I was around hella families that had the same thing. Like they was on the same type of wave. Like it wasn't I lived a certain genre of blackness that did not have nothing to do with my skin tone. So for that reason, I am proud of my blackness and I am pro black because I realize that because I understand, unlike many others, that blackness is not associated with this like low bottom of the barrel scraping the fucking ground ass type of aesthetic vibe, whatever. But then I think that there are other types of people who I used to call them I hate my black life blacks, where you have a certain experience with your blackness that leads you to resenting your blackness. And instead of applying this in a way that is more comprehensive of people's experiences, I think that these things are done I think that this phenomenon is applied based on the tone of your skin. So but like it's almost reflected that way though. So like I when we be having these colorism conversations and stuff like that, and oh, like dark skinned people have it bad and all of this stuff, I think that because of some dark skinned people's experiences with blackness, they might resent their blackness, and the opposite thing may occur for some light skinned people. But I don't think that this thing occurs because of the color of their skin. Do that make sense?
Totally, and I agree.
Uh, did you
Sort
And
of,
tell us
I
kind
the?
ne-
of, but
and honestly, after what you just said, you just put something in perspective for me. I never was a struggle black for real. Like, did I grow up with the most of everything? No. But I never had to be like, oh, well, like I'm better than this skin tone or I'm better than the other skin tone because of anything. Like, and also I grew up in a majority black city. I grew up in Detroit. So I didn't have any like adjacency to whiteness to where it's like I'm comparing success to that of whiteness. My success was always measured by black people within my community. Like Detroit, like whether you know anything about Detroit or not, like there are a lot of successful black people in Detroit. We have affluent black neighborhoods in Detroit where there are black people who are millionaires. So it's like this like very similar to Atlanta, even though Atlanta might be a little more affluent. It's like our affluent in Detroit was like, oh, like you could be light skin, brown skin, dark skin, whatever the fuck, and you could still get on and get a bag, whatever. Like it was never looked at as like a skin tone thing until I got around other people, like she was just saying, outside of like my family, outside of my upbringing, and then that's when it was a microscope put on my skin color, like, oh, you only get this because you light skin, or you only get this, or you only in
Or
this
you act
position
like
because you
this
this.
because you light
And it's
skinned.
like, what are you talking about? That shit for
Hold
it's still
Like
like
outside of a beauty standard type thing, like for example, all the jobs that I've had, I've gotten through nepotism. And then I've also never had a non-black boss. So like those be reasons that like I be proud to be black. And it don't have nothing to do, like I don't resent my blackness, but it don't have nothing to do with like the tone of my skin, why I'm so proud to be black. So I don't understand why those two are associated. Like I don't understand why it's
mhm.
supposed to be a slight that I'm light skinned, but like I'm so proud to be black and pro black. Like
Yeah.
I don't
And
see the
E2, and
Because
that's all I'm
correlation.
about
but
to say. E2,
hold
come off your
on.
motherfucking
I
mic.
think
like,
Because
because the
E2,
No,
I
when
thing
hold on,
she,
hold on,
think
is,
hold
I
on,
yeah,
hold
think
on.
E2,
y'all kind
because
of
when she
Listen, you
wasn't
know,
here,
misappropriating.
you
hey,
said,
hey,
yeah,
Debbie, you
that's
know I'm
why
about to come
Hotep
off the
want to
bro,
be
mic
so
though.
pro black.
I
this
think y'all
Hotep want to
both
be
are
so
gap
pro black
misappropriating
because she
what
feel
colorism
bad like the
actually
girl
means.
right.
from Dear White People. You said,
No.
wasn't you popping that? You fools talk about, oh,
Hold
yeah,
on.
well,
Okay, so
it's people like Honey Bee and Hotep that want to be so pro black because, like the girl from Dear White People, they got to prove their
Well, she
blackness.
was
They got to
biracial.
prove their blackness.
She
Exactly.
was
That's
biracial, so that's not.
mm-hmm.
so
E2, you can engage with them in a second, but I do want to let Pat Turner speak because I did leave him in the request for about 6 hours.
I really don't think you want me to speak though, man, because it's more so about you though, man. Because I'm also man Black American type shit. We all I hear all I hear is Black American type shit. I'm assuming that you not Black American though, right? Muha, whatever the fuck your name is.
Yeah,
I'm saying
What?
I remember you a little bit. Yeah, Mulholland or whatever the fuck he is not Black American, man. He needs to
This is
go
why
ahead and
you was
speak
in the
to this shit.
request.
No. I really wasn't in no. Bro, I've been in a different space the whole fucking time, bro. But anyway, man, Mulholland, go ahead, tell me where you from, bro. I want to hear this shit.
yeah, I'm Black American.
No, you not. No, you fuck.
Oh,
Don't you fucking lie, fool. You fool. All right. Where are you from, bro? Where your people from?
I'm from Georgia.
Your folks from Georgia. What part of Georgia, bro? I real. And I can't sit up there and man just sit up there and engage whatever the fuck you got going on. Georgia, what part of Georgia, bro?
Do you
You a
have a
lying motherfucker, bro. I know, man, bro.
okay?
You was a mother.
Okay. So I'm Black American. You're gonna say I'm not. I'm not gonna prove anything to you. Do you actually have a submission? Because we are having a conversation up here.
this
So
shit is
you not you so we're not gonna be truthful about who.
Okay, you got it, bro. You niggas got to stop drinking and coming on spaces. I'm. Hold on. I think I'm about to implement a new rule. No more drunks on spaces. If I feel like you come up here and you speak and I can smell Hennessy on your breath, I think I'm gonna drop you down moving forward. Go ahead. I think Hotep addressed E2. Co-host, go ahead first, and then we'll let E2 because I do feel like E2 was clocking Hotep, Honey, and Seven.
I'm gonna make it quick. I just wanted to tell you guys good night because it's like 2 a.m. But I'm really invested in this. But fuck, y'all got me up. It's 2 a.m. I gotta get up tomorrow. Like, holy shit. But I just wanted to tell you guys good night, and not cut anybody off in doing so. So
Good night. Good night. Good night. Honey, check your DM. Go ahead, E2.
okay. So what I said was this is why Hotep and Honeybee and they be so pro black because they have to overcompensate because they have to
Oh,
prove their
surprise, surprise,
blackness.
man. Jay Malah. Hey,
What the
you
hell is
still a
going
lying
on?
motherfucker. You is not no goddamn black American citizen,
Bro,
bitch.
what the fuck is
And he know
going
what the fuck
on?
going on. How ass boy. Stop playing with me, fool. You know it. He knows it. Everybody
Okay,
knows
okay,
this shit.
okay. We got you, bro.
No,
Go
you
ahead.
gonna tell the truth today and just man, tell the truth and shame the devil, fool.
Go ahead, you two.
No, I feel like it's like one of those things where you have to overcompensate because I know they've been met with like, oh, you're not black or you have to prove your blackness. Whereas with a dark skinned person, we just get to come in a room and we just get to be right. And I kind of compared it to that whole light skinned girl off of Dear White People, where she was like the most pro black out of all the group, right? Where the dark skinned girls get to just sit there and just kind of be normal and everything. And it was kind of the light skinned girl telling the dark skinned girls like, "Hey, they're discriminating against you because of colorism," and the dark skinned girls was kind of oblivious to it. They was like, "Well, I didn't really see it like that," and she just kind of they just kind of came off as they made the light skinned girl like overly pro black, like overly, but and also, I wanted to say this as well. I feel like Hotep just basically told us to pull up our bootstraps. Pull up your bootstraps.
No, your
That's how I
parents
kind
should have pulled up
that's
their
the
bootstraps.
like that's what they kind of came off as. I don't know, but you know what? I feel like this, right? It's kind of one of those things where I've had cousins with the whole little different color eyes, sandy red skin, this and that. And and it's kind of one of those things where I get it. I understand. No, but nobody's trying to make you feel terrible for being light skinned or whatever, however you put it, right? All we're sitting up there saying is that there's a history of why things are the way they are. You know what I'm saying? You don't come off like a honeybee where it's like, oh, I just arrived, I'm honeybee, and
What?
my look like my look is this and everything, and that's how
What?
honeybee comes out,
I come off like
and you know so
what?
like, oh, I like you just arrived, honey. And then a lot of y'all, let's call it what it is. Y'all mix, and this is so funny because I actually looked at the biography, right, with the whole the sorority because honeybees is part of a sorority.
I
Sororities
absolutely
practice,
am.
yeah, sororities practiced heavy colorism back in the day,
Back in the
heavy
day, for
color.
sure,
They
and I
still
have
do, low
acknowledged
Yeah,
that.
key. I'm not gonna hold you. They still
They
do.
do,
so
and I have acknowledged that several
I,
times within
I
my
think
own
we
sorority. I've
using I
acknowledged that,
think y'all
and
are
I've
using
also denounced
anecdotal.
that.
I
So
think y'all are
so
using anecdotal experiences
it's not
to
anecdotal.
mitigate what colorism actually is and how it, the history of it. Because you light skinned people experience colorism just like dark skinned black people experience colorism.
Oh, there it go.
It can
There
be
it go.
positive, negative on both sides of the spectrum. So I mean, we seen it all the time, like the light skinned boy that was in the hood or
I
the
ain't gonna
light
lie, they
skinned girl
calling
in the
him a
hood.
punk.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You had different.
okay. So you
I
want
need to
me as
cook.
a dark skinned person. So you want me as a dark skinned person, right? Mind you, I live in the lighter the better world.
I think you misunderstanding
You
what.
want me to be the
Hold
light
on.
skinned
You
counselor at the same
misunderstanding
time.
what I'm saying.
Like what
No,
you
you
like
misunderstanding
that?
what I'm saying. What I'm
Like
saying
that's
is,
crazy.
I've seen the dark skin girl get frowned upon because she's one of the few dark skinned girls around a whole bunch of light skinned girls. I've seen the light skinned girl get looked down upon because she lighter and she around a whole bunch of dark skinned girls. Like it goes both ways. But I'm just saying I'm talking to the hotel lady and whoever the other girl that was speaking about how they're light skinned, it didn't matter or whatever. And I get that, but that doesn't speak to the overall point of what colorism is and how it started in the history. So I'm actually agreeing with you, whoever was talking, you know what I'm saying? So I get what they were saying, I get what you saying, but I think they was mitigating what the whole point of colorism is and what it's meant for in our community.
Could
Like
I
you
say
can't be.
something real quick? Cause like
Go ahead.
because mitigating is not the word, but I hear what you're saying, but I also don't disagree with what you're saying. And what I was doing was not trying to discredit what colorism is in the community. What I was actually doing was trying to let E2 know that the reason that I'm so pro black has absolutely nothing to do with me being light skinned, because me getting my job from nepotism and having all black bosses and being raised around all, successful black families and shit like that has absolutely nothing to do with the color of my skin. That's where I was going with that. So what I'm telling him is that the correlation between me being pro black and being light skinned, it's not there for real, for real. I'm just proud to be black because of because I love my black life that I would have lived even if I was a dark skinned girl. I would have still gotten my jobs from nepotism. I would have still had the parents that I had. I would have still grew up in the environment that I grew up in, even like regardless of my skin color. So it don't have no
Well,
correlation there. And what I was also saying too, and I'm glad that you had brought that up, is that light skinned women relationship with colorism. I think that there is a conversation that should be had or could be had around the fact that um some people's experience with colorism be exacerbated because of their relationship to their blackness. They may resent their blackness because of colorism, um or vice versa. But like I don't know how I want to say that exactly, but I think that I think that colorism be like smaller instances of colorism be exacerbated because people who may have darker skin resent their blackness, and I don't think that that necessarily always happens for lighter skinned people. To me, it's an insult for somebody to say that I'm mixed because I
let me ask you
because
this.
I enjoy my blackness. To me, it's an insult for somebody to be asking me, "Are you Latina? Are you this? Are you this? Are you that?" And I got four fully black grandparents. That's an insult to me because I love my blackness.
Well, I think so. Let me ask you this. So you said
Don't
something.
got your hands. Let Zevin go. Zevin want to
Okay,
go.
my bad. So you said something. You said that your like. Okay, let me. I'm gonna go next. Let me think about what you said because I'm trying to put it in words.
Go ahead, Zevin.
Yeah, this boy, y'all nigglets right here. So, this is why I'm glad that Hotep just revisited the shit because like I think that's what y'all missing with is that you're trying to argue that all these other principles would be the reason as to why we don't have the understanding or that we're still not gonna have the outcome and experience that we still have, and that's what I think that's the part that y'all missing. Like that, I love that she said that. That's what I'm saying. Whether or not, however the fuck I came out, I'm looking at two black ass people as a mother and father. I know from my goddamn first job that I got, I was employed for a goddamn black man 2.5 years before I even worked for a black man outside of my family's business first, right? Because I started with my family's business that's ran by nothing but black people and stuff like that, right? Then I went into another business that was ran by another black man, So it's just like I let a hotel woke that up because that's what I'm saying. No matter what the fuck I look like, that was gonna be the experience. So that's the more reason why. And that's and
Well,
E2.
that
The
sounds more
fact
like
that you even
that
said,
sounds
hold
more
on, I
like
didn't interrupt
privilege though.
nobody. I didn't interrupt nobody. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now you can
So even
calm down. It
E2,
ain't
Not
yeah,
that
light
yeah,
deep.
skin
yeah, yeah,
privilege.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
It ain't
E2, the
that
fact
deep.
that you even, yeah,
Y'all
stop. Just
doing too
stop.
much.
My nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You doing too much, man.
Because you're being impulsive and interrupting me. That's doing too much.
Not
You could have let
impulsive
me
at
say
all.
my
You
whole
just
submission. You could have
you
let
the only one in
nigga
here
just shut
impulsive.
up. You're
You
literally trying to go back and forth with me when you
I'm
interrupted me.
not
You
going
look
back and forth
dumb.
with
Just
you.
shut up. Just shut up. Let me finish.
You the
The
one
more I
screaming,
have
but
to
I'm
go back and
impulsive
forth with you,
though.
the
Come
longer
on,
I
man.
have to be. Just
Continue.
shut up. Just shut up. That's
Continue.
all that you can do. Just shut up. So to land my
Continue.
plane here, I'm literally addressing a whole nother nigga and you can't stop jaw jacking. Just stop. So to address E2, the only nigga who I'm addressing right now, to not be impulsive, the thing that you even saying that why would me as the monoracial still light-skinned black woman, this is why I said you was being disingenuous to make it seem like niggas don't be on the same type of timing. Why would I be the person to make a dark-skinned woman aware of colorism? Like that's what I'm saying. You acting like niggas is just so naive about their own shit. Like, why would I be the one to be like, girl, you know you just experienced colorism, right? And she come like, girl, what's that? I didn't even know that was that. It was just that don't even make no fucking sense. That's what I'm saying. Y'all make it seem like when we say say some shit that everybody else fucking says. Now with some crazy militant, now we on truth. No, my nigga. That's what I'm saying. That's even disingenuous to say that a light-skinned woman would make a dark-skinned woman aware of colorism, talking about how she doesn't and not even aware of her own experiences. We gotta be for real for a second, bro. Y'all sound crazy when y'all say this shit sometimes.
Like life ain't a movie. Oh yeah, and one more point. I never started having to explain to people that I was black until I got on Spaces. My life existed before I got on here, and like it was not until I got on here all this FBA shit started and all of this type of shit that it wasn't until I got on here that I started having to like tell people and show motherfuckers my parents and shit and tell motherfuckers that I got four black grandparents. So like that shit did not exist in my real life until I got on these spaces and on Clubhouse and shit like that. So like all of my excitement to be black, like it don't like that shit don't come from like me having to prove my blackness because I didn't have to do that shit all of these fucking years.
It
Okay,
sounds more like privilege.
okay. Let me say this. Let
That
me
a
say
lot of
this.
people,
The
black, a
privilege
lot
of
of
my
black
parents
people,
having money.
but a
No, let
lot
me say.
exactly.
Hold
So
on.
a lot of black people don't have
The
that
house,
privilege.
the
You know
house.
what I'm
Let me go.
saying?
Let me
Well,
go.
it
Let
don't
me
have
go.
Oh
nothing
yeah,
to do
you
with my
good? You
skin
good? Do your
tone.
thing. Do your thing.
Okay.
That's what it
No.
talk. They
Okay.
talking like they got
So,
privilege though. That's cool though.
so I hate to say. I love that hotel
I am
brought this.
privileged. I'm more privileged than a lot of
I
white people.
no. I love that hotel brought this up because I've been wanting to say this. Um. Okay. So how do I put this? Um. The fact that because I've seen people's friend groups. Um. you you say you foundational Black American or you're part of the Lineage Hotel. You don't really hang around a lot. Well, I okay, so a lot of your friend groups are comprised mostly of the diaspora, and I feel like that's for a reason,
No, they're
because
not.
a lot
In real
hold
life,
on,
all of my
hold on,
friends
hold
are
on.
black American, fully black
No,
American.
I'm
All
talking
of my
about on space.
friends.
I'm well, of course, I'm talking about on spaces, right?
So who are
Right.
these people?
So
Aggie?
okay, so well, I mean, you frequent a lot of we. Plus, we all do. But I'm talking about people that you call your inner circle. So I feel like that people. I feel like that light skinned people, because don't they don't consider, they be like, well, I got to fight for my blackness, this and that and everything, and they don't really feel like they are accepted in the community, because like a dark skinned person is, right? Because I did feel like
No,
I did kind of feel like I touched the nerve when I said that dark skinned people are like the archetype, and you kind of push back on that, because we
you
are
didn't touch a
seen
nerve.
as
I
the
just pushed back on that stupid ass point.
because I feel like we are considered the archetype, right? What like when you think of a black person, you don't think of like a light skinned person. Of course, you're gonna think of a
I
darker
think of
skinned person.
myself, a black
So
person.
I feel like that a lot of light skinned people, with them having to fight for their blackness and not really feeling black, a lot of y'all are going to attach yourselves to like these tether groups or like the diaspora or the Africans, because they feel like it's like, oh well, you can come and be a part of us. We're not gonna judge you, we're not gonna exclude you and everything. That's why I feel like a lot of y'all groups are considered, and that's why y'all can throw y'all thumbs down, because that means that
Cause
I'm
I'm
hitting
waiting for you to clock
home.
me too.
Yeah,
I told you to
Because
clock me
because
twice.
Aggie is the only
not,
person I can think of right now that's
like
in our group, and
like
it has never been. I'm not
so
in no primarily diaspora group, no primarily monoracial group or nothing like that.
or
We always told
multicultural.
Aggie, "You're the African that we accept."
I
Like,
was
what the
about
fuck
to
is you
say
talking about?
everybody be on Black
I think
American
they
shit
just
over
talking
where we
from a
be at,
point of privilege,
respectfully.
which is fine, but that's something that most black people don't experience in this country
But
is the privilege. So, but and I'm glad that they come from a two-parent household. Both parents were black, and they were successful, and they was able to give their resources to her, and she was able to expand on those resources. She was able to do something with her life and be around other black people that show nepotism, like All those are benefits, but we have to recognize that most black people don't have that experience in
Most
this country.
people,
But
most
I want to
people
say
in
this.
any society, any
No, that's not
civilization.
true.
Yes, it
And you
is.
got
That's
to
not
also
true.
Y'all gotta stop. It's
That's not
more
true.
poor white
y'all
people in America than it even is black
Because
people.
it's
Y'all
more
have
white.
to
y'all
It's
gotta
more
stop.
white people.
Y'all have
Period
to
y'all
in
gotta
stop
America than
with
black
this
people.
y'all,
inferiority complex.
It's not
y'all gotta
inferiority.
think
People
It's the
about
are
it.
not
truth.
They probably
It's not
black people are
inferiority.
not these lowly destitute ass people.
No, I
y'all
never
gotta
They're
think
said
not.
about
We're
it.
that.
not.
You adding things to
Hotel. They
it.
probably
I'm
gave
telling
you
you.
a desk job. They probably gave you a desk job because they wanted you to. They wanted a pretty face as soon as somebody walks in the store.
No,
Like they
that
give a lot
wasn't
of like
it.
a
That's
lot,
My
not
a
my
right
lot, a
dad
though.
is
lot
a
of like a
Q.
lot,
My dad is
a
a
lot,
Q, and my first boss
a
was a
lot.
Q.
Like,
So
come on now,
somebody
Oh,
like,
that's
just
cool.
said,
no,
somebody just
because,
said
no,
No,
something
that's
about
because,
cool.
light
There's
skins,
nothing wrong
right?
with that.
So
And
we
they
no,
said
hold
that
on,
a
so
hold
are
on,
light
you
no, I
It's
want
a
skin,
saying that
no,
most
privilege.
black
they said
people
no,
that the
let me,
light
didn't
no,
have
let
Y'all
me
skinned
have
say,
have
to
let me
Most
say,
black
stop.
people, most black
no,
people don't.
let me
Most black
say,
people are
no,
not able to experience
how,
that
calm
privilege.
most black
down,
people didn't have
calm
mothers
down.
and
You're talking
fathers?
during my
Great.
submission.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Two
saying, no,
parent household. Like what?
no, because what I'm saying is
You live under a rock.
when I see light skinned women in certain positions, they usually get the desk job. Like when somebody walks in front of either be like at an apartment
A dark
complex
skinned lady
or
was
like at
the
a beauty store or beauty
a dark skinned
school,
older lady
and
was the
then
lady at
it
the
just
front desk at my first job.
it, and see they want a pretty face as soon as they open the store, because and then also anybody that's good looking or whatever, or like in a corporate job or whatever have you. I know what type of jobs that the lighter skinned girls get.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
small.
That's probably what it
I
is.
went
Hey,
to
small. Hey,
school for
black bussy.
journalism. So when I got out of school, my dad knew a Q who was working on the or who was the editor in chief at the oldest black one of the oldest black newspapers in the region, and that's where I got a job at because that's where what I went to school for. It ain't no he wanted a
Nothing
pretty
wrong with
face
that.
whatever. My dad went out and solicited me some work. It was not about no pretty face. It was not about no, oh, you like y'all have to stop with this inferiority complex. It's like y'all be disrespect hunting. Y'all be ism hunting. And that shit is not it. That shit make us look bad as fuck.
Hey, black bussy. You had mentioned something about light skins being not being accepted with the black community, and then you said you can go over there to the Africans and they'd accept you. I live out here in North Dakota, right? Fargo is full of a lot of Africans. When I was working at
I
Forever
do not
21
fuck with Black American.
before Forever 21 closed, all the Africans would come in there. A lot of them be like, "You have an accent. Where are you from?" Meaning, what I'm trying to say is Africans won't even accept you, fam. They look at us like we are like,
That's a
what?
damn lie.
Okay, you
That's
come
a
out.
damn lie. Please
What?
stop.
That is
Now,
definitely true. Africans do not like us, bro.
That's true.
okay, so no,
And
what
you
I'm
know
telling
that, E2.
okay, no, hotel. What I'm telling him is Africans, they love them a light skinned black American. They do. Because that's really who they fuck with. Cause I didn't see my motherfucking light skinned cousin got with her a fucking African. Because they look at it like, oh
Because
well,
they're
you're
colorists in
close
their own
because
fucking country.
because they're close because they view that oh these are the black Americans you can tolerate because they're close to white. Cause they view y'all as close to white. And you know what I'm
And they
saying?
hate themselves. And they
So
be having skin bleaching problems.
and then a lot of lighter skinned people, y'all feel shut out, and that's why a lot of y'all groups are multicultural. Y'all have the big y'all look at it like oh y'all can hang around with the Latinos, like you said, Hotep. You've been mistaken for Latino
I'm not
or
hanging around them. I don't
big.
have no Latino friends.
But I'm not speaking about you. I'm talking about
You just
those
said like
that
you
share
said,
those
Hotep.
Hotep. Okay, I was using you being
Just go. Just
mistaken.
go. The point
Okay.
is bad
Your
anyway.
Okay, I'm okay. So a lot of light skinned people are mistaken for Hispanic or something ambiguous, and a lot of y'all have that privilege to hang around those groups because y'all get mistaken for them, and then a lot of y'all feel shut out
No.
of black
No, I think you're
society.
This is
confused.
some
I
bullshit.
think you're
Yeah,
confusing
girl, you
something,
so bad. You
E2.
so bad,
No,
girl.
I
I'm
Why
not
you
think
so
mad.
the hotel? You
I
so
just have an
fucking
aversion
bad.
to stupidity. I
Damn.
just have an
no, and that's
aversion to
real.
stupidity. So my
Cause I'm going
apologies.
off for what the
No,
fuck
because
you
the thing,
said.
no, because the
Wait.
thing is, E2 about what you're saying is that like I think you're acknowledging the accessibility, like, right? Just because niggas think that I'm them, that don't mean that that was my automatic green light to go, because you're gonna figure out, nigga, I don't fuck with you. So just because I had the access to kick it with you, don't even mean I took advantage of the access, because in actuality, I know it's never gonna be no us. And that's why you never catch us with them type of niggas, because just because I had the access mean I want to take advantage. Like that don't make sense.
But okay, but being that you didn't go down that road, you don't think
But
does
are
that
you
just
upset
fit
But
that
other
like
the
people
thing
down
of
maybe
the
what you're
road?
are
saying,
you upset that maybe certain genres of black people get to choose?
and but you know what, the whole the
Hold
fucked up
on.
part, the flawed part
But
about what
no,
he's
I'm
saying.
not, girl. There you go, girl. There you
No,
I'm
go.
just
Black.
no,
asking
You
because
no.
then when I
you
get to
upset.
choose, when I have quote unquote access and I can be around these Latinos and I can be with an African, but then I still choose my motherfucking blackness, then we turning around and being like, oh well, the light skinned people, they be pro-black for strange reasons. So like, is it a problem that I get to choose and then I still choose my blackness? And that's exactly why I said earlier, my relationship with my blackness leads me to not resenting mine. It seems like
Mm-hmm.
y'all
Oh,
be resenting y'all's experience with blackness and thus resenting your own blackness. That's what that be seeming like to me.
I
tell me,
Whoever
disagree.
said light skins is trying to be pro black for weird reasons, y'all is fucked up, because Angela Davis is still fighting, and she not fighting for
you know
no
what,
Yeah,
women.
I don't agree
you
with
know
that
what,
part.
I'm so glad you said that, because I always viewed it as disingenuous. Y'all doing, like, you doing it to prove a point sometimes, right? Like you do,
Who,
like you
Angela
being pro
Davis?
black. No, I say a lot of like overly pro black light skins do that to prove their blackness. Like that, like it's just like a Malcolm X, for
My
example.
dad, look, my daddy had me reading Up From Slavery, all type of black history books when I was in third, fourth, fifth grade, writing book reports on them during the summer and shit like that. And then once I get motherfucking 14, 15, 16, niggas is telling me that I'm too militant and all this shit. Like all of this shit came before I ever had to tell motherfuckers that I had 4 black grandparents.
Wake that shit the fuck
All of
up.
this shit came before that.
Niggas was already having a conversation about Christopher Columbus in elementary, respectfully.
I guess, child.
Like y'all have to stop. Like
Angela Davis, by the way, was not
I'm
And
fighting to
trying to
prove a point.
understand
She was
where
fighting for love. He was called
the
the Soul Dad
inferiority
Brothers.
complex
She
come
was trying to
from
free
that
her
you
Yeah,
mans,
spoke
what?
but they
about.
Hold on,
all
but
died.
that's what we
are
trying to figure out, the how,
hold
that's
on.
what,
because
yeah.
the
So
gag
you
about
said,
what E2 is saying. Okay, let me just say this
who
real
had?
quick.
Go ahead,
This
go ahead.
seven, this seven, you know, it's me, it's girl. But here's a gag about what you're saying is
Nigga.
that the ideology of what you're saying applies to motherfuckers who
You
could
hear it
be
right,
any
Hope.
shade tone and they be on that goddamn principle. This is why we acknowledge fucking coons. Coons could be doing the exact same shit of what the fuck you doing, but guess what? They don't look like me, so now all of a sudden they're not with the same type of shit. But it's the same motherfucking principle. If niggas want to prioritize not fucking with they people, that's exactly how the fuck they're gonna move, regardless of how the fuck they look. And
No,
that's
that's a
why
fact.
to validify what Hotep has said, when niggas really trill and true to themselves, they don't need to do the extra shit.
You know what I find so funny, and I'm gonna let the other person. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna end with this. I find it so funny. What be so funny is y'all say all this shit and everything until y'all have a dark skinned daughter and y'all don't know what the fuck to do, because y'all
I'm already
all
there, E2.
What do
My
you
I'm
daughter
mean
already
is
don't
got it.
know
dark
what
I
to
skinned.
have the
do?
My
dark
daughter
skinned
is
daughter
dark
with the
skinned.
4C
Don't know
hair.
what
I'm
to do
already
with
there.
what?
I'm already there, my nigga.
I
Now
already have
no
a
what?
dark skinned daughter,
because
Don't
cuz.
know what to do with what?
Exactly. Don't
be,
know what to do with my
no
motherfucking
because
mama. So, like, you know.
no because what I find crazy is, and I don't know if y'all heard this, they said that the dark skinned dad and the light skinned mom is the worst
Who
pair.
said that? Who is they?
The worst pair. No, like a lot of, like, that's the thing in the black
The
community.
people talking in his
Like,
ass.
girl, shut up, Hotel. Because a lot of y'all are used to being the pretty girls in the hood. Or y'all the
I grew up
closest
in the
foreign things.
suburbs.
Y'all are the closest thing these niggas got in the hood to being foreign. So they go with y'all. But when y'all don't have a little light skinned girl, y'all have a dark skinned girl, y'all don't be knowing what to do. You know what I'm saying?
I think
And
you're
that's okay.
grasping for
These is for
straws.
the biracials.
I
Okay,
think this
okay.
nigga trolling.
Girl,
Yeah,
please. Girl,
like
These are
I
for the
please.
think I
Oh,
think
tell
biracials.
you pulling that out that wide, deep motherfucking ass. Like I've never heard this shit before. If I had a dark skinned daughter, God, I will raise her like she was my daughter. Like I don't know what y'all want. Like
Amen.
she would just be my daughter. Like
I was about to say that's what
and,
the fuck
and
Okay,
I
matter
do,
of
so
fact,
Hotep.
matter of
and
fact,
this
bruh.
I think it's like
this
I don't
this light
it's
skin
certain things,
gaslighting.
like for example, like when motherfuckers be having gender reveals and motherfuckers be so mad that they had a boy or a girl. I don't think you really want kids, and you really don't deserve kids if you feeling so much of a way about how your kid come out. If you give a fuck if your kid come out light skin or dark skin, you don't deserve kids. If you give a fuck if your kid come out a boy or a girl, you really don't deserve kids, and you really don't want them that motherfucking bad for real, for real. If you're trying to pick and choose like that, just have the fucking kids and raise them like you would any other of your motherfucking kids. Like I don't give a fuck if my daughter come out dark skin. I'm not gonna treat her no different than if she would have came out light skin. I can't even fathom. Like you're the one that brought that shit up. I can't even fathom like a difference there. I don't know what would be different.
Hotel, girl, your gaslighting, your light
Wait,
skin
wait, wait.
gaslighting is top
You
tier.
two, wait, wait,
So
wait.
we got go ahead.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
gas light
okay.
skin.
I was gonna say my black experience. Cause I live in a village in
You
England.
not black. You sound African as fuck.
I'm
Ooh.
not. I'm not. I live in
I
a
was
village.
hearing British.
I'm British. Yeah, I live in a village in
Yes.
England,
You
right?
not black, bro. You
And
European.
But British
and
isn't
then
ethnicity
and then
either. I mean,
and
what's
because
your
I'm the
race?
and because I'm the only black person in my village, so there's only 1,000 people, and I'm the only one in my workplace and in the village. It's your demeanor. That's all they care about. If you act very normal, then you have no problem in life. But if you act
What?
Oh,
very like this,
Well, he's in
he should
another
have stayed
country
over them
though.
waters.
What the
He's
Nah,
in
fuck is
another
act
homie.
country,
very
so
He,
normal?
that's why I'm about to say he should
he
have
has
stayed
a
over them
different point of
waters.
view of blackness because he's from another country. So it's different if in America where things are just different for foundational black people.
Yeah,
So
fuck what that guy's
Yeah,
talking
I was
about.
about to
Yeah,
say I don't know what's going on with that
European black and
village,
but
black
it is your
American are
respectfully.
totally
demeanor,
different,
though.
bro.
I'll say this
hey,
though.
Seven, where you from?
For me,
Where
I'm from
did you grow
Cleveland.
up?
Cleveland, born and raised.
Okay,
What about you?
I'm from Arkansas.
Arkansas? Type.
Okay.
I'm from Duval, but I stay in North Dakota.
I think it's
Yeah.
important for everybody. I mean, for us all as a community to recognize colorism, which I think we all do in our own way. I'm not disagreeing with Hotep or Seven and what y'all was saying. Hotep, my point with you was though, like it's good that to see black privilege, and I wasn't saying like what you experience, your privilege. I was just recognizing that what you got, most black people outside of that don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have that mindset. But I don't think it's an inferiority thing. I just think it's just how shit go, and we all like kind of have to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like the how to this walk of life. You know what I'm saying? But it's good that you had that guidance. It's good that you had your dad had resources like your what you explained, that example that you gave of your upbringing and how you got your job and things like that. That should be the norm in our community because it's kind of normal in a lot of other communities. So that was my point of saying what I said earlier.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. And I want to clarify why I said that there was an inferiority complex embedded in that, and it's because there is not a single race, group, tribe, or creed of individual on this motherfucking planet where the majority of people are privileged. There is not none of like there's not a creed, tribe, race, group, whatever the fuck of people where the majority of people have access to all of these resources. Like the majority of every single group ever in history will always be poor, has always been poor, will always be poor, has always not had access to the epitome of the height of resources and shit like that, and will always not have access to the height of the epitome, like the epitome of the height of resources and shit like that. So like that's not nothing that is exclusive to blackness. And when I hear y'all say like, oh yeah, like it sound like y'all making it only a black issue that majority of people do not have this privilege. That is just like a human thing. Like the hierarchies are pyramids for a reason because as you climb to the top, there will be less and less people, and like that exists with every single grouping of individuals on the planet. So like I wish I would understand that notion and kind of realize that to a certain extent, like motherfuckers is not special in our stratification of class.
So
Don't be
I
wishing that
I
poverty
agree.
on me.
I agree with you with what you just said, but I don't think that was the point of what why it was said. I think that it sounds like you are on the notion of you kind of base things off of classism versus like you probably don't think like race don't play a part in that. Is that safe to say?
No, it's not safe to say. All I am saying is that regardless of if race did play a part, because I can clearly acknowledge that it does. I'm not
Okay.
slow. Like I do acknowledge that it does. However, there is still not there will not ever be a group of people where majority of the people are privileged. That just does it's just it don't work like that. Majority of white people are poor. Majority of black people are poor. Majority of Asian people are poor. Majority of Hispanic people are poor. Like that. Like that's just how humans work.
I would, and I agree. I get what you're saying. So, but
Just because I'm
I would
poor don't
argue. I
mean
would
I'm
argue
not gonna
that if
to the
I would
top.
honestly argue if a white person is poor in America, like something is really wrong.
And
And
that's the
But
they did
inferiority
wait, can
something
I?
really.
complex.
Hold on. They did something really wrong, and they made like the most egregious choices to be that way because in this country, if you know the history, everything like that in the society, I'm not making excuses. I'm very successful in my own right, but I also recognize this the history of this country and the society currently that we're in. If a white person is poor, they did something really
No,
wrong. That's all I'm gonna say.
No,
no.
Bro, what
That
history are
I
you
want to
that
say
on,
something
huh?
at
that
the
is
Come on,
hotel.
man.
okay. Just
Everything.
real quick, Seven. I got you. That is like so extraordinarily false. White people be straight born into fucking poverty all of the time. It's generations on generations of fucking poor ass white people. The majority of white people in this country have never been like these extraordinarily privileged, rich white people or no shit like that. That is not fucking true. And that's why I'm saying I think that there's an inferiority complex in that. When y'all
Well,
say that white people have wasted their privilege if they poor and shit like that, that's not fucking true because low key, like you might have a piece of privilege in certain instances and shit like that, but just because you are white does not mean like you are also motherfucking privileged and shit like that. The highest group of white people do not fuck with the lowest group of white people. When motherfuckers first came over here to America, white people literally had to fight to not be like poor white people had to fight to not be seen as equal to slaves.
so
Yeah,
So
white
wait,
and white
I
supremacy
but
is
But
wait,
real.
there,
it's hard.
hold on.
hold
It's a
on.
lot to unpack there. I'll just say,
No,
just look at the history of this country. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Bro, are
But
no,
you
you,
looking
but
at the
wait,
hold
correct
let
on.
me
I'm going.
say
history?
Hold on.
this.
Hold on.
Let
Are
me
you
say
looking at the
this real
correct
Damn,
quick,
history?
Seven, let me go. You
because
already
I
went
already
ahead.
called it. Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this right. I hate when people make it seem like we can. Like, okay, so first of all, Hotep is navigating the world as a light skinned woman. She may have privilege
Oh
when
my
she
god.
get this and that. And I'm a dark skinned man in fucking Streetport, Louisiana. Hey, I'm not saying in individual
Well,
places.
y'all was poor
Hey,
down there anyway.
you
But
would
don't you
okay, well,
benefit from
honey, it
Haitian
doesn't.
heritage?
Anyway, girl. Anyway, girl. But no, it's like I'm not saying you may not look up and this and that and everything, right? But it's one of those things. It's all up to that white person's discretion to give you opportunities, right?
What?
Cap.
So it's
Bro, y'all.
or if it's the black person or whatever have you, because a lot of these places have tethers of fucking white people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you trying to make it seem like there's not obstacles in front of people's
I've never
way
said that.
to. No, or well, you try. I mean, you give. That's what
I
you
did
give it
not
out.
do. I did
Hurry the
no
But
fuck up,
such
but
E2.
no,
thing.
but no. It's like one
No
of
such thing.
it's one of those things. I'm happy that your community is united, right? But it where other people, it's a dog eat motherfucking dog world,
For
right?
everybody, it's a
People
dog
are
eat
trying to
dog world.
if people trying to motherfucking get it,
It's
but
not
no,
sweethearts at the top of
So
shit.
like,
but
It's not sweethearts in the fucking bootleg.
it's one of those things, Hotep. I feel like that if you versus me going to a job, you have a likely chance of getting a job before I do because
Well,
people
you're gay.
want
Because
I'm
she's
about
a
to say
woman.
you got a whole
a,
bunch of other
Because
shit
she's a
going on,
woman.
it
E2.
Not
don't
because she's
okay,
light
You
girl,
skinned.
got
please.
I'm
you got
trolling.
you
I'm
got a
trolling.
whole
I'm
And,
bunch
that,
of
and
trolling.
other
I'm
that's and
trolling.
that's
in
on top of
between.
that's on top. That's on top of what else I got. What else? Yeah.
She'll
But
get the
that's
job
what
before you
she's
It's
saying.
because
Man,
crazy
what,
that
bro?
it's
That
not
would
it's
because she's
crazy
a
Also,
light
that
I'm
funny
skin.
shit.
smart.
They'll hire a
No,
gay nigga
I'm
before
not.
a straight
I
motherfucker.
No,
think
no
white and
funny
black
See,
people
shit.
y'all,
are on
y'all
the
know fucking
same.
know it.
Hold
Y'all
on,
the
hold on, hold
line.
on, hold on. No,
Y'all
no, no,
the
no,
Mm.
I'm
no.
line.
So
smart. I'm an educated Negro.
respectfully, not to like no shade. If you wasn't gay, you being a black man would override being a black woman. But with that other thing coming into play, like
Oh,
that's
you
the only
bad.
thing. Like be motherfucking for real. Like that's why I said you got patriarchy behind you outside of the little homo shit, respectfully, right? But that's neither here or there, right? Here's the thing. I love that Hotep said that shit because that's exactly what the fuck I was about to say. Them motherfuckers that came up there in New York, early 1900s, Irish, Italians was having the motherfucking blues trying to prove that these niggas was not niggas, man. Like they and I love that Hotep said that because even to wake up what the house has said, right? Acknowledging that even within disparities, things can be biased, right? So that's why I acknowledge the whole thing of talking about proximity crime, saying that when you find it that every demographic that is in low economic situations, they all kind of have the same outcome with numbers, whether it's Asian on Asian, black on black, white on white, Hispanic on Hispanic. But to your point of acknowledging that there can be bias into shit, the fact that we're the only demographics that gets over policed the most for the ratio of people that we have to then do our shit with the community and shit like that. And then on top of the fact that we're the ones that over police and then have the highest wrongfully convicted rates because we're getting put in jail for shit more times than not that we didn't do. That's something to really acknowledge. But to her point of saying that everybody is fucking struggling, regardless if you have lack of resource, that's exactly what the fuck your shit about to be. And to the point, like that's why I said we ain't even trying to get on the classism shit, but that's why I said the shit that y'all motherfuckers give white supremacy too much power, bro. Like the fact that a white motherfucker tell another white motherfucker no, who the fuck is supreme? These niggas tell each other no all goddamn day, keep talking about who's the purest version of white, all this, that, and the other third. Like, respectfully, nobody be, like, especially white motherfuckers, these motherfuckers do not be united. These are the motherfuckers' definition. These niggas terrorize everybody off of division. These niggas can't even sync up together to motherfucking do the. Come on, bro. Like, this is why we saying you gotta peep the plot that's really being said because there's real
They don't have to
propaganda
though.
behind these points. And guess what, nigga? Neither do we. And we still choose to be united more than these niggas. We fail to
Even
realize that we beat more on that type of time than these niggas do. That's why we're the still, even within our people of color, quote unquote. This is why tribalism is still so like still all up in goddamn Africa till this day. Because even us saying that we can be amongst each other, we still not gonna be the same. Everybody fucking does that.
every race has their
You have
problems
some. You
within
have
their
some black people. You have
within
some
their
melanated
group.
people work for them, and do they work for them? What you talking about? Melanated people do they work for them? White people don't have to do shit. Cause like I said, you think
But they
like that's
do.
why
That's why
that's why this.
indentured servants
Hold
was a
on, hold,
thing.
hold,
That's why
hold
them
on, hold on.
Irish and Italians was having hell.
7 minutes. If I see a black male, a straight black male, fucking hiring manager, I said I'm not gonna even walk in the room. I'm gonna walk in, see him, and walk out. Cause I know I'm not gonna get that job.
If
The
I
you seen
founder
an
of
know.
Irish walk
McDonald's
in a
was
I
room
black.
right
know
now,
I'm not
you
gonna
wouldn't
get that
know he
job.
was Irish. You would
I
think he was
know
a
I'm not
white
gonna get that
man.
job. The only way I get that job is if it's a fucking black woman.
The
That's the
founder of
only way.
McDonald's was broke.
That's the only way I'm gonna get that job. Like that, so white people don't have to do shit.
That ain't true,
It's
bro. You want some bullshit. You can't discriminate against gay people. They treat you worse if you treat them against if you discriminate against a gay person than a
oh,
black
don't let
person.
it be a gay.
That's
Don't let it be a
motherfucking
gay
Yeah,
lie.
y'all
motherfucker
better
that
Y'all
lawyer
got
up.
so many
Still,
Hey,
motherfucking laws and
LGBT,
hey,
shit that
still,
you
you
E2,
can't
you
can't
do
say
better,
in
nothing
hey,
order to
you
about
get
gay
better
that job.
people,
lawyer
man.
up.
That's some
That's
bullshit
true.
right there, man. That ain't even true.
Oh, you say sue they ass.
Nah, E2, look. If I was you, I would go to jobs that I know I'm not gonna get, and I would turn around. And once don't get the job, nigga, I'm filing a lawsuit. Well, maybe not that you know you're not gonna get, because you need to have the qualifications to really prove that you didn't get the
Oh
job
my
on
god.
the basis of discrimination. Nigga, hey, that's a hustle, nigga. Stop fucking playing. Go get your bread. It's out there. It's money on the floor.
I'm
Fuck is you
definitely finna
talking
go try
about?
that shit.
I told him
It's
he got a
money on the
whole nother
floor.
layer to the cake. He not
It's
even
money on the
exposed
floor.
to.
I need
I,
to go pick that shit up
I
right
think
now.
every race, I
Yeah.
think every group and race has problems, their own problem, their own set of problems within their group. But I think it's okay to recognize, like, and this is my opinion. It seems like throughout history, when it comes to specific groups, aka black people, they tend to kind of agree and unite more on that front for the most part when it's for a common cause against another group. But I think For us, we don't, and I think that's a issue within us in our own community. And yeah, I think we have to do better. I acknowledge what both of you guys are saying, but it's hard for me to separate racism and classism because I think one kind of
Well, you don't have to separate them.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I think,
Nobody's telling you to separate them.
but in my opinion, Hotel, the stuff you were speaking of, in my opinion, it spoke to more of classism, like in what you was, the examples you was giving and the things that you have, the way you look at things. It spoke to more of your privilege and in the class that you was, privileged to be in growing up.
What about what Seven said?
But I but
She was
I'm
cussing a lot, so
But
I'll
I'm
be honest.
not. But
I
I
really
do
didn't
want to
know what she
like
was saying.
before this
what?
before
This
asterisk
nigga gotta be
asterisk
so for real.
before asterisk
I'm
I
fucking
do
with
want
you,
to
Seven.
say
Calm down, man.
though, like what I'm saying, like it exists nonetheless. Like I'm not, like like this is just the way humans work. I don't know. I'm not talking about no ism. I'm not talking about whether or not people are intentionally disenfranchising motherfuckers and shit like that. All I'm naming is a phenomenon that will exist regardless of racism, regardless of classism, regardless of all of these isms and these intentional methods of class stratification. That shit will exist regardless. There will always be classes. It does
Of
not matter.
course, it's always
It
gonna be the half and the half
Yeah, like
nots. I get you. I get what you're saying.
I'm not referring to no ism though.
You just saying that's just human nature, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay, I get you. And I'm saying, and I recognize that we have a lot. We all human, so we have some similarities there. That's a good base, base point. But I think it's also okay to recognize that it is a difference in when you break it down in groups of people and how certain groups of people are treated and how others are treated. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's okay to do both.
Sure.
I was gonna say that okay, being light skinned and dark skinned does play a role in Europe because they think that if you're light skinned, they think that you're inherently European, right? Or German or British or whatever, right? One of your parents. If you're really dark, then they think you're an immigrant, like a refugee or something. So you do get treated differently based on that, actually. Um, and I've seen that and witnessed that. That was insane.
Bro, most European black people get treated like royalty because y'all was ruled by black people for like what, 800 years?
I don't know if that's
I
I
don't
don't
know
know if
about
that's true.
that.
I
I
don't
But
don't
know
what
know.
about
I
that
don't
That,
because
but
hold
he
there's
sounds
no
British
resident.
and
that's a different
I
thing.
can't
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
can't tell
it's
him about his
different.
own history
It's
of his
different
country. I'd rather
and I
listen to
would
him.
assume that it would be I this is my assumption. I would assume that it would be different in Europe because there is no resident black population there.
yeah,
and
but you
that's
guys
exactly what
don't
I was
originate
just
from
about to
there.
say.
That's a whole
No, no,
different
no, no,
issue.
no, 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 no. That's the problem right there. You don't know everybody's history. There's people who was here before acknowledging the
Yeah, but we
1776
don't
shit and
know
all that
this.
other
We just
thing.
see you as an
But see that's the thing.
Yeah,
But
we
see
see
the
the chop block, cuz.
hold on. But that's exactly what I was just about to get into. See the difference of talking about the Black European shit, like Black Brits specifically. More times than not, they're coming from Africa. They usually come from a specific country that they're
Diaspora.
so and with that being said, the reason why Hotep just said what she said is that because y'all don't have no resident black person thing out there is because y'all do more of the ethnic representation of
but
identifying
no white
versus
person.
subcategorizing yourself to
But you
race.
have to
Y'all don't do the
explain
So
racial
yourself
shit
assuming
over
that
there.
a dark skinned
as
person was an
black.
Yep, that's
immigrant
true.
would not
I
be
did a
far
project
off.
It
about
wouldn't even be
racism out
far
there in
off at
other
all
countries.
because
As
that's what most of
since
them are.
Yeah, we didn't
we
immigrate, bro,
Africans,
but
So
they
as
fucking
since we
took
see
our
you
this
as
rights. They
this
Africans,
is
fucking took our
where
rights and
This
fucking
what
we
I
started
what
taking
I
it
don't
coming to the towns, my
understand
nigga.
is
We
we
still
did.
didn't
Wait,
free. They
y'all, we
fucking
gotta
started
But
putting
let
governments
Asterisk
over our
Asterisk
shit,
go.
nigga.
He has not, or they have not gone yet.
We ain't never been no fucking
thank
Africa,
you,
nigga.
Hotep. Can y'all hear
We
me
took that
well?
shit over and built the
Yes.
pyramids there.
Yeah, this is 22 by the way.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, 22.
What's up? What's up? I just want to briefly say this. I was really it was really refreshing to hear you guys clearing up a lot of the whataboutisms, a lot of the it looked like a lot of projection because Hotep, you put it well. You said like people kind of grasping for an ism because that's a comfortable realm. Like
people they can only think in these poles, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you say you like green, they immediately say you hate blue. No, what I think the most important thing, because we can just talk about modern day, we can definitely do the history. We can get into the history, but people don't have the patience or the breadth to really get into the specifics because the history happened how it happened, and then there's people who preserve a narrative. It's always easier to preserve the narrative than look at the specifics to get into the actual ledgered account of how things translated and how things are lost in that translation. So, yeah, I mean, I noticed this a lot, and this is really all I wanted to speak on. Um, the conversation about race and class is the same conversation because they're two dynamics of a system. We're talking about systems. So the system has, it's like, you know, I think a lot of times people are looking for, like, there's four types of systems. There's clear systems, there's complex systems, there's complicated systems, and there are chaotic systems. The history of race and class is a chaotic system. So if you know, I saw this happen just a second ago with SVJ. His position isn't invalidated because he's not Black American. He's trying to explain, hey, look, this is what's going on in Europe or what's going on in the UK. What's going on there is, you know, very, very unique situation. But if we go back into the history, we actually look at the history, there is somewhat of an indigenous melanated group of people in Europe.
They
So
were royal people, bro.
yeah, yeah, and that's why I really do appreciate this. Like the inferiority idea or the what is it? It's really like a motif. Black people, but Black Americans specifically, rather than at at different points in your journey, you're going to be confronted with moments to really kind of forensically unwind this the relation of race and capital. Once you've addressed race and you say, okay, yeah, the way, like in America, race is like a first order effect. Okay, but I hate to say this, everybody, like Joseph's saying, everybody is employing some level of game theory. Your understanding of the opening, the middle, and the late game, in game, is based on your approach to understanding those systems. A lot of people get capped out in the opening. I look at it like cognitive debt. They just don't want to interface with the ideas beyond a certain point. This is not high school, nor is this, like there's no proctored exam that when somebody's going to give you a grade on this. But you really have to know how this stuff works. So yeah, and in a week, if I do come back, there'll be some people talking up capitalism. You know, same people saying that they don't like they disagree with the the oppressive nature of racism, but speaking up on capital, how capitalism works. So
How do you approach um how would you approach the systems that you speak of? For example,
well,
I
mhm.
brought up classism and racism. How would you approach that?
With
In what
violence.
way? In what context?
Um, I'm trying to follow what I know you was kind of giving a general, in my opinion, it seemed like you was kind of
Mhm.
giving a more general, educated type of response, but which is cool. But I want to know, like, from you as the person, like, how would you approach racism or classism?
Well, I think it depends on how you're calibrated individually. I know this will
Right? I agree with that.
seem strange, but look, if I asked, you guys will probably remember this, seven, maybe Hotep, but I asked Brother L one time, do you think that it is an advantage or disadvantage to be a Black man in America? Right, quick, right on your feet. What do you think?
Hmm.
It's an
Like,
advantage.
What? Okay, so you think it's an advantage? Okay, cool. The house. What do you
I
think?
I definitely think it's an advantage.
Okay, so please describe me the material components of that advantage.
My skin.
No, 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 no. I mean, like, if we're playing the money game, the capital game, the actual like chess game, the chess game, how does being a Black American man advantage you?
I'm physically fit more than other people.
Okay, he's talking about physicality. Okay, cool. No, no, there we go. There's one. What do you say to House? And I pose this
I
question to
think
everyone.
I honestly think we're smarter.
Okay, smart, intelligence, into any other thing? Because we can keep going.
We
We can
don't
label.
we
More
don't burn it.
charisma. We're
We don't
more
burn in the sun. We don't burn in the sun.
Okay.
charisma.
He
I'll
The
say
bypassed my
nucleus
shit
of
when
the
I said
melanin.
that.
we have better charisma.
Okay.
We're better leaders. I
Okay.
think I think
Leadership.
I think people I think people better gravitate to us.
Okay.
It's a certain way we do it that it speaks the vibe that it gives and the energy that it gives off to
And
make
our
people.
dick's bigger.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
I agree with
he
that
said.
for
See,
sure.
This
they
nigga,
said.
man.
Hold on. Can I give
I
another?
don't
Can I
know
give
if
another?
y'all doing it right.
I
Hold on,
don't
can I
think
do?
so either.
I'm trying to do
No.
it right, hotel.
Okay,
But I
so
ain't. I
Hold
I'm
on. Can
getting
ain't.
to a point here. I'm getting to
Okay,
a
hold
point
on.
here.
Can I say something? Because he's talking about decent. You know that this is how you know the gay
Let's
men,
stay on focus.
the gay black man loves being a love being a black man more than the straight ones. But no, I
Huh?
would say this.
Nah, I don't think
What?
that.
What?
No,
Nigga,
but
what?
Come on,
I
man.
think you're
we
looking for
hold on.
one to
Listen,
insert some
listen,
division.
listen. We have a soft power. We have a cultural influence,
Hmm.
right? And a lot of even white people long for that power that we have, right? Y'all know how people always call us when they need help because they need our moral compass. You throw your thumbs down, right?
Okay.
That's the truth.
So peep
White
this.
people
Hold
have the
on.
hard power. We have the soft power,
Okay. So
Power
right?
is
let,
not
There.
let's
soft.
hold up. All right. So I'm getting to a point here. I'm working
And
to a point here. Okay.
you think that soft means weak, and that's your
No,
mindset. That
Nah,
doesn't.
no, not at all.
No.
you doing
Listen.
it. You can't tell me what I think, man. I'm just telling you.
Okay, but
There's
why you
no
talking about? Why you talking
correlation.
about? It's definitely not soft.
I'm
What
just
you talking
saying, there's
about?
no correlation. Power.
Do you know what? Do you
You
know what
never
soft? Do you
associate.
know what soft
Nobody
power
has
means?
ever associated power with softness.
Ever in the
Do you
history
hear
of
this
Ever,
power.
Negro?
Bro, what? That
never.
is
Do
not
you
part
hear?
of the 48 laws of
Hold
power
on.
at all.
It's
Do you hear
like,
this
Now,
Negro?
don't
Don't
move
lie.
it,
man, you
y'all.
getting
Don't
off
Do
on
y'all
move
Paul,
hear this?
it.
Do
man.
y'all hear this
Don't
Negro?
move it.
Y'all was
Don't
listening to
move
this.
it.
It
Yeah,
is what
keep
Okay,
it
go
going,
ahead.
is.
man. But that,
But
yeah.
don't we
So
acknowledge feminine power to be best
wait.
and most powerful when it's in its soft
But we was talking
femininity?
about
So
men. We was talking about
we're
black
no,
men.
hold on.
No,
I thought we was just talking about aura as
I
a
thought we
whole.
were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
Y'all
about
No,
the
you
losing
good,
it.
the
Y'all
hotel.
hotel.
But
the
losing
black
This
it.
man
uh,
uniting
the
nation.
You
Astrid,
guys.
he asked about.
I'm not finna. You know
Listen.
what? We not. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Move on.
No,
I
no.
thought he was talking
So
about the advantages
I
of being a
posed the
black man in the
question,
Right,
United
he
right?
was talking
States.
about the black man. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
This is
No,
all
So the
about.
man.
hold on. I promise you, there's gonna be a point, right? Because I
Right?
raised the question. It is intentionally paradoxical. The brother asked me, okay, so how would you address race and how would you address class? I said,
Right.
okay, well, we're in a chaotic system, so it depends on the calibration of the individual. If an individual they lean more into the material, then they're gonna name off things that are of a uh, kinetic attributes. One brother
Rapping.
said physicality. Okay, we're talking about leadership, but there is a caveat to what I'm saying here. If this is chess and I'm talking about the material, like the material advantages to where you would say you think it's an advantage, but the system itself puts you at a disadvantage. Okay, what disadvantages are you at? And when I say
Prison.
that, wait, hold on. When I say that, I want you to think solely about your personal accounting. Don't think about it
Prison.
in no, no. See, are you in prison right now?
I was.
Can y'all let this man fucking go?
No,
Let
but
him
listen to
speak,
what I'm saying.
bro.
I'm saying, what do you perceive your shortcomings are in this game? If you as you're playing this as a black man, what are your short? We talked about your advantages. Let's talk about some of the disadvantages.
Prison and death
Everybody faces death,
and
and
divorce.
Okay, hold on. Can
Y'all
how to? Because I'm
not
gonna answer one.
y'all
Because
not doing it right, bro.
Yeah,
Hotel, they still not doing it right.
I would
Cause
say universal anti-black ignorance.
you know what I love. This reminds me of when Kendrick Lamar did the Super Bowl and he did like a game and everything. Like all this shit is a game. So to answer what you were saying, I would say one of the disadvantages of being like in this society as a black man, I would say like the con like what they call it racial anxiety. Like it's like a lot of people
Mm,
have that racial anxiety. You know what
I
I'm
can see
saying?
that. Yeah,
What the fuck is
yeah.
racial anxiety?
Look it up.
Wait,
Oh my
wait.
God,
Hold on,
that's
hold
a
on.
big
All right,
word
so
for Elmo. That's a big. That is a big word for
I
Elmo.
think this is a
That is a
perfect
really big
time.
word
Indubitably.
for Elmo.
Indubitably.
Wait,
I mean,
I,
if you know
I
what
That's
anxiety
imposter
is, just
syndrome.
apply the black in front of it.
so
No,
this is
it's not.
kind of
It's
what I'm
imposter
talking
syndrome.
about here,
That's
right?
what it is.
If
That's
you
imposter syndrome.
wait, listen, just listen. If we list off the advantages and someone can say leadership and intuition, but then somebody lists off the disadvantage and says, "Oh, well, here's some nuanced phenomenon that can put people at a disadvantage," and someone says, "Oh, they completely disregard that, minimize it, neutralize it." That these are contradictions. And my main, just to kind of conclude on this, I'd say is I'd like to see this this sort of first order approach conclude, because like it's, all the time people say, oh, life is chess, but we're clearly like when Hotep says, yeah, like there are more poor whites than there are wealthy whites, and people are kind of confused about that. I'm like, wait a minute, do you guys do understand that there's a like the capital game has it's a zero sum system. It's a finite game, and we are coming to its end. So that's why I'm like, when the brother asked me, okay, well, how do you address race and class? Well, I would say that Black Americans, this is your like prime opportunity, but we're still having colorism conversations. And when look, if a light skinned woman is giving her experience with colorism, that's her experience. When a dark skinned woman is giving her experience with colorism, that's her experience. These experiences do not negate each other. They're both explaining the spectrums, they're explaining the dynamics of power in a race system that is a subset of a capital system. Because it look, it is the like when we say proximity to whiteness, if in the 1800s, white was,
I'm
you could
starting to think you are white.
buy, see, and that's another one. This illuminates the point.
Why?
Because knowledge,
It's not because
information.
you're knowledge, bro.
Wait, no,
I
listen, no,
have
no,
Bro,
knowledge.
no, but check what I'm saying though. Look, if outside of any colloquialism that can be proven, because this is all about the revision, right? See, what I would say to specifically to the house is,
Big Mama's house.
right now on
Chill
the
out.
internet, you can be anything and anyone. And now we got you got all this technology, man. I mean, like they the agents have mastered capital. They're gonna replace people. We know this. We know this. Anybody who's involved in looking at this says, okay, so to play the identity games and not try and not trying to aggregate the advantages you get from even assuming an identity is, there's no need to be divisive for the sake of it. It's like just grabbing for division. That's what like 90% of this was. Like, it's more whataboutisms. Oh, when she's saying, I'm proud of this because these are good values to be proud of. Well, now that's privilege. No, no, no.